something for us.
Are we rolling?
Well, do you want to start with?
on the
We normally just like are in it.
Yeah, no. At some point, we just decide that. All right, that part was. the
Yep,
beginning.
this is all right.
I got a feeling this might be it. I got a
At this
beginning
point-
of the podcast feeling right now.
Greetings, everybody.
How do you do?
Wow.
You know, sometimes
Um.
yes.
All right. Do you wanna maybe start with the one that I mentioned that was your idea, the topic that I thought was kind of fun?
Yeah, you can bring it up.
All right. What would you do if you had a Mario star? Like the invincibility for
I have a lot of-
short period of time.
Yeah, like you're Mario and you grab the star. What did I say I would do? I said, oh, do you remember what I said at first? I said I would crash a plane into the ground.
Oh God.
Which is just
You were like, oh, probably not that.
probably not that.
Shouldn't say
yeah.
that. No.
I would definitely
probably-
skydive out
Yeah, I
of
was
it,
gonna
at
say I'd
least.
probably like jump off a building or like
I would look for ground to run and hit my head on. And
yeah.
then I would
Wait,
start
do
destroying
things hurt
things.
still?
Yeah, wait, hold on.
No,
How
it's
That's
long,
a good
invincible.
question. If
how
you're
long is
invincible,
the star itself? How long do we have?
You have,
how long
like-
does it last in Mario?
So
30
in-
seconds?
Well, the thing is, Mario's only alive for like 10 years, right? Whatever. He's a 10-year-old kid. Who knows?
Well, he's like an old plumber or something.
Yeah, I don't even know how old he is.
No, he makes pizzas.
So in real life, though, it's for 5 years. You have the star for 5 years.
5 years. That's
and
a
you can
long
do
time.
everything.
5
5 years.
Jesus, I could do
I would
so
like-
many things. You know how many banks
I would-
I have
Dude, you would change the world.
I would try and like
I
dig a
think we
hole
should
into the
limit it.
ground.
It should be for like 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah, 5 years you could just do
Yeah, well,
everything.
I was thinking like maybe you got it for like
I would
I
try
was
30
heroin.
minutes
I
or
was-
something. You got
I would
30
try-
minutes to try something.
Or
Damn.
not try. I would fucking say the star what lasts for like 30 seconds, 45 seconds? Not even. I don't think it's shorter than that.
No, because that.
But
in
if-
the game,
that's
in-
but
in
it's like,
real life-
in real life, it's stretched out.
Oh, get hit by a bus or something. I don't know. That's just. It's got to be longer than that. An hour.
Yeah, like an hour.
1 hour, you got a star. I'm running through buildings. I'm turning into like the Incredible Hulk or something. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm trying to figure out though. So if
I'm
nothing
like-
hurts, like okay, what about like drowning? Does that mean you can just go underwater and just like
Well, yeah,
swim forever?
I
Oh my
think
God,
of
you'd
it
be a
as just
fucking fish
invincibility.
Forever. I would so do that.
You could be a fish.
yeah.
so be a
what
fish.
happens when the hour runs
For an
out and then
hour.
you're just like at the bottom of
Better
the
have a-
Mariana Trench?
Pretty good breath to get to
Oh
the
yeah,
top.
you're like, oh shit, I gotta use the.
no,
Yeah,
wouldn't
right.
you
Fuck
just
back up.
implode?
Well, once the star, yeah,
if you were
you're
so
in the
deep,
trench, yeah,
if you were so
definitely.
deep, I feel like you just.
Yeah, but then you get so high, you just turn into a balloon. Like if you went to Mount Everest and then the star ran away, like it ran off, then you just turn into like a balloon and start flying. It's the opposite because the air pressure is so light up there.
Really?
Yeah, if you're an airhead.
That sounds. What? You're-
Yeah,
Quick question.
You haven't heard
Quick
of the
question
people?
on that, Andrew.
Yeah,
Do all the people who climb Mount Everest just float away?
that's what I was about to say. You ever see the people that climb to
just
Mount
What about
Everest
the
and then
Sherpas?
they
What
turn
about
into
the
a bird?
Sherpas?
They turn into a
Sherpa.
bird.
The Sherpas and the Persherps too.
Just
And
fly away, huh?
Yeah, the Persherps fly away. They got wings. They grow them like Red Bull.
Can we roll up whatever Andrew's smoking? Because that's probably way better than this weed.
Well,
we're
guess
about
what?
to
I
smoke.
haven't been smoking much
Let
because
y'all
no one's
fact
been
check
rolling.
that one at home.
I've been asking
All
to
right.
roll.
Yeah,
You would
yo,
have been smoking 20 minutes ago.
we can get you some joint papers out here.
I can.
We gotta
I
blunt
can
that away, I
retweet
think.
that.
I can retweet that.
I can
Throwing
retweet that.
shade.
Okay. So, I did discover something today.
I'm the only. Wait, hold on. Can I point out something? I'm the only one that can have a conversation.
Yeah, I can't see what her at all.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I know.
Jackie is in the other room. We don't even hear you because you're not using your microphone.
It's because I'm rolling something for you guys.
Thank you.
Oh.
But
Keep
I
rolling.
am the Jamie
I'd
to
like
your
to smoke.
podcast.
Look at
Yes.
I'll
No,
come in,
that's-
I'll come out, I'll fade in, I'll fade
that. Isn't
out.
that cool?
She
Don't worry.
did some
Don't-
horrible things to a Dutch.
It's 2020, you can't say that.
Aha!
All right.
Yeah.
I discovered a very interesting politician today.
What is that person's name?
Vermin Supreme.
Yes.
Corey, I contacted
He
him
has
about
a
being
clothing
on the podcast.
line
I want him to
Called
come on the
Supreme.
podcast. Actually,
What's his name?
Vermin Supreme.
Is
This
he, a
Yes,
real,
sir.
is he a
motherfucker.
real thing?
He's been running for president for 30 years.
And
30
show
years
me
he's been
you're
trying?
not a vermin.
And this man wears a boot on his head, and I thought this was so
Tell you what.
interesting that I started writing down his policy, his platform as I discovered it. So let me tell you a couple of his policy platform points. Mandatory toothbrushing. You have to brush your teeth.
Who brushes their teeth twice a day?
Literal free ponies.
Do you?
Everybody gets a free pony.
Wow.
All right, so this guy is clearly
Like,
a
clean.
made-up person.
He's a
So-
real person, but he's a satirical character.
I don't even understand that.
it
He's
is
a real
like-
person, but
there's-
he's satirical.
Do you know the Onion,
He
Andrew? Like
went-
the website?
No,
The
no, no.
Onion?
He's not.
Oh.
He was in a real
Oh,
debate.
oh,
He was in a real debate. This
No, I'm
guy,
just explaining
Did
what
he
satire
really run
is.
for? Yes,
and
I do.
he's
I do
really
know
run
the
for
Onion.
president for 30 years.
I've never heard
I know
of
what
him.
satirical means, but I'm like, what
So,
do you mean by
like,
that? So he runs
By
for president,
literally just being
and just says-
somebody that he himself thinks is outrageous and ridiculous, he's actually been actually running for
Do
president.
you guys
now.
remember
You know
the
what I
last
mean?
election that D's nuts for president, yo?
Yeah, I know.
D's
I
nuts, yo.
did
That
hear
had mad
all the people
votes.
said Harambe got
I would-
written in.
Yeah, Harambe had mad votes.
Yeah, but
I
people
would've-
don't know that actually affects.
I would have
the
at least
votes.
voted for Harambe, you know?
Oh, that's one of the things that he says
I'd
in
rather
his speech.
just like
He
a
says
gorilla.
a vote for Vermin Supreme is a vote literally thrown away.
It is. So
That's
that's
what
why
he
people
says.
were voting
Gosh.
for like Tom Brady, but it's like it counts and it's wasted. It's like it's a stupid just.
He is
Pick
also
somebody or
the
don't
only
vote.
candidate who will fund time travel research.
Tom Brady.
That's
Tom
pretty
Brady
dope.
will?
No, Vermin Supreme.
I was like, what?
It had
I was
me
like,
dying. He goes, other candidates say they would go back and kill Hitler as a baby. I will go back in time to kill Hitler.
This guy is a blast with that.
Oh my god, I fucking thought it was so funny as I was discovering this guy today.
Yes.
He has a great imagination.
Called the Exterminator.
I want to hear more from this guy.
Yeah, I really.
Is he local?
Vermin Supreme, if you're listening, I think he's from Texas or something.
Stupid.
Please, I'd love to have you on.
But-
Vermin Supreme, spell that.
If you're a Cowboys fan, you're gonna get to
Vermin?
work.
You don't know how to spell vermin.
Vermin Supreme, Vermin.
Vermin?
Vermin,
Wiesman?
like no good.
Spoiler.
Yes, but yes, a tyrant you can trust. That's what he says.
A
Yeah, you know,
tyrant? Oh
I
my
trust him
God.
already. I feel like I've
I
known him
feel
for
like
10
he would-
years.
He would born
I've known you.
Hitler.
I've known my man Ethan over here. We haven't even introduced our guest or
Hey,
anybody.
how about that? Yeah, we just started talking with
We
this
just started
random guy.
talking,
Here.
like,
Wow.
like we all know who it is. Yes.
well,
So-
we know who it is.
We know who it is. So
You
this is
all
my
may
friend
not.
Corey, my family Corey, and my family Ethan. These people have been here throughout my whole life.
Yeah.
I've known these
Yeah,
people
we,
since
us three pretty much grew up together.
Yeah.
We went to
Yeah.
school together, lived
very
in the
young
same
age.
town.
Yep.
It's
This
a
guy
great,
Ethan.
great time.
Yeah.
Great years.
When did
ago.
we start hanging out? When we were like fucking.
I moved to
7,
Ludlow in the
6.
seventh or
Yeah,
second
we were
grade.
like 6 or 7.
That was second
8 maybe.
grade.
Yeah, we used to fucking run around playing Left 4 Dead and fucking shooting Nerf guns and playing basketball and shit. We played baseball together. That's where we met
Baseball.
each other. Yo, you remember
No, it wasn't baseball.
baseball? Yeah.
It was
We-
Xbox.
You know, AJ.
Nah, it was baseball because you showed
AJ
up
has
to
been
practice,
on, right?
indoor practice, and we called you Goose Poop.
Nah, that was way no. We were friends way before Goose
Yeah, I think
Poop.
we were. I think we were
Way
too.
before
Because then we
Goose
found
Poop.
that cup too that said like GP or something.
Oh,
It
yeah.
reminds me of Tyler Kibbe when he
Oh,
picked up the
gosh.
dog poop.
Did
Oh,
you just
gosh.
Did,
You
wait,
know
what
the
did
story when he picked up the dog poop at Whitney Camp?
No.
This man,
It
he's,
doesn't surprise
I love
me.
the kid to death. He's
It's like
he's
Step
a-
Brothers.
Just a love the kid. Good
Me
heart.
too.
Goofy kid though, super goofy sometimes. He was he was a junior counselor at the camp. You know Whitney Camp, right?
Yeah.
The
Another
kids
concentration
in
camp.
in his little camp group or whatever, where they found dog poop at their
I remember
tree.
this story.
So So they gave him a bag. Someone gave him a bag to pick up the dog poop with, and he just he picks up the poop with his hand and put it in the bag.
No way. It honestly doesn't surprise me a single bit.
No,
Especially
Lick that
a
white
young,
dog shit.
but
just
that's it.
idiot Kibby.
He's
like,
not
when
always,
7.
He's not always doing things like that. He can be very insightful at
He
times.
definitely will hear this, so we love you, Kibby, but you know,
Oh yeah, I bet
thank
he'll
you
hear
for
this.
everything, Kibby.
sometimes
I
your
appreciate
decisions are iffy.
you.
He might just have to come on the podcast. We never know.
That would be a podcast. That would be interesting. Kibby would know how to handle
You know,
himself.
I have another idea that I wanted to dive into with you guys. What do you think of this one? I told you the only person in the world. If you could be the only person in the world for
Me too.
an hour and a half or 10 years, which would you choose?
Oh. Do I have unlimited money?
So, well, you don't need money. There's nobody else.
As
You
a
got to do everything yourself.
You cut out. 100% cut out.
right now?
Oh,
Oh,
you're
there you go.
back.
No,
Your
I'm
cable might have done a
Yeah.
little funny.
10
Put my
years.
foot on it.
So there's
No
so like
question.
if I snap my fingers right now, people would be gone.
Just disappear.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
Basically,
absent,
everybody
they're
would be gone,
void.
and like the world is gonna just have to like. Here's the thing that I think about.
No, an hour and a half.
Like everything that
Gotta
should be maintained is not being maintained anymore.
That's what I'm saying. An hour and a half, the world would shut down in fucking seconds. Before you know, if you're by yourself, it would shut down.
Ah, you think it would be like seconds? That's an interesting.
Not seconds. It'd be like
If it was just the humans,
Couple of
we'd
weeks.
be able to
I know how to
survive.
farm though, so I'd
much
be
longer.
all set.
How to farm,
All
yeah.
set.
So,
Yeah, but what
and
are
the
you
other
gonna
thing,
do? What are you,
I would say
Amish?
that when you come back,
You can survive
time
off the land.
I went
resumes
to an
where you left
agricultural high
off.
school.
You know what I
Oh,
mean?
Time stops. So
Well,
that
time
means
here stops. Like I would go for 10 years and come right back here. You know what I mean?
so nothing would happen.
Nothing would happen. It would all restart back to where you left.
fuck that.
Oh,
Fuck that! You say what? What
10
you're gonna
years?
fuck with
That's
the
an
world
extra
for 10
10
years,
years
and
of your
everyone's gonna
life.
show back
That's
up, and they're
10
gonna be
years
like,
of
"What
your
did you
life.
do?"
well, you're not.
But you just did all
Well, the
this
thing
10
is,
years.
it's all
Oh, wait,
resorts
hold-
back. Like nothing you did actually matters. I feel if you
Well, yeah,
fly back
it's
in
just
time,
you get to have fun for yourself.
either time passes or it doesn't.
I think it doesn't. The time is
Okay.
not passing. It's only
All right,
like you're
so
there
you wouldn't
for
be
the
able
10
to
years.
farm. You know what I mean?
Well, no, in your
Would there
time
be
is
day and
passing
night?
in this world as if it like continued from where you just everyone disappeared. But after that, it's gonna restart.
I would,
back where you left off.
Oh, that's a.
You
good
see what I'm
question.
saying?
I see
Well,
exactly
there's a lot
what
of
you're
variables.
saying. Yeah, the variables
Is
are just
that,
crazy.
that's like how I've
Fucking-
thought about it for so long now. I spend time at work thinking about this. I'm like, yo, all right, the nuclear power
it.
plants all around the world and stuff. What? How long before those things like explode and you're gonna
That's what I
like
was
get?
saying. Weeks.
And also, if you die there, do you die for real?
or do that for
Because
10 years.
you know, if you just come right back to like the restart point basically from dying, that's like, all right, well, what's the point in choosing 10 years over an hour and a half?
But still,
you know?
if you died in those 10 years, would you fucking come back to life?
I think if you die,
Good
you
luck.
die for
yes.
real.
Oh, nah, you gotta go back.
You gotta
years
go
still-
back?
You're dead, but the 10 years still
All right,
pass.
so then the
and
then the
it
time thing
resorts.
doesn't really matter so much.
the time,
but-
it eliminates the time. So that's
Oh,
what I was
shit,
saying.
I
It's
let
like
this go
time
out.
either passes or it doesn't. You know what I mean? That's what I was saying.
Well, I was saying
I-
the time
I'm thinking,
choice
like-
versus like an hour and a half versus
I like
10
the
years.
click scenario where it's like you just
Yeah, that's the
it's-
first thing I thought of.
it's everything just pauses, right?
Like
What
everybody
happens?
pauses. So that's another one
Who would
though.
be-
Like,
who
what
would
about
be the
water
first
flowing
person-
and
who would
stuff
be
like
the
that?
first person you fight? Who would be the first person you fuck? And who would be the first person you put in a situation to like have something happen to him? You know what I
Wow.
mean? Like you put somebody
Wow.
like on a railroad track or something, or
It's
like
certainly
you
fair
put
enough
them,
to
like,
acknowledge that. I think most people
horizontally and,
would
like-
probably do some things that aren't exactly kind in a click scenario.
Yeah. I'm all set, thank you.
But that said, oh, we lost Jackie.
yeah, you know.
I don't
well,
think I can.
I'm sure we'll get her back.
I do know one thing though: people they come, they go.
That's true.
People come, people go.
It'll be that way. I think it sounds like someone's coming right now. It must be Davis.
Saturday
Coming
through
in through
Sunday,
the
Monday.
front door.
Monday through Sunday.
He's back already. Oh, he can play the fucking
Is he?
banjo.
He might be back from work.
I was gonna
10:30.
say, He can play the banjo.
All right,
faux
but-
show.
One of the first things I would try to do
What's
is
up, buddy?
go to Area 51
Hey,
if nobody else
Can
was
you
in the
please
world.
play the banjo?
You should, yeah. I'll hear a little banjo on the podcast.
Yes.
But,
It's a very controlling instrument. Powerful.
we'll give him a banjo solo. I hope y'all like bluegrass. Davis, don't play any
And
copyrighted
green
music.
eggs and ham.
Back.
So, I forget, I think I was talking about it with Davis, what I said. If you go to Area 51 while all the people like disappeared, it would be like the aliens are there having coffee and they're like, "Oh, shit, we thought you guys all left." You know?
Well, the aliens, do they pause too? If you got a click remote, do the aliens pause too? Would you just see them and would they be stationary? I feel like all time in Galaxy, that was awesome. I feel like all the time in Galaxy just stops due to this one remote click, which is a very human thought.
Yeah, right?
But
Well, that's the thing. So, all right, if everything stops, then
everything dies.
well, everything is like at least like frozen or something. Like, there's so many physical weird things. Like water has to stop moving. What about gravity and stuff? What about that shit? All right.
What if the world was like inverted, where it was like the outer shell was like the crust and like the mantle, but we were on the inside of it, being and like the atmosphere. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Like it's a sphere
gotta
and
go
you're
back
on
that
the
way.
crust on the in it. Wow.
Hang on,
what
let's
I've been-
mic you up, bro. What are you doing? Don't just play it out into the air. You can't fucking hear that. Get over here.
I also tried to suck in my gut.
All right, folks. And now a short banjo presentation from Davis.
Word.
Yep. Davis, you got anything to say for this episode? We're talking about some goofy things, like if you were the only person in the world, if you had a Mario invincibility star.
If I had a Mario invincibility star, I'd probably dive into a volcano.
Dude, I
Oh,
thought the same
shit!
thing.
I might do that.
Go
What
see
the
some
fuck?
lava.
What are
yeah.
we talking about,
I
bro?
might just like swim
said
as
Mario.
far down into the ocean as I can.
Okay, but once
That's what
you're
I said.
you're fucked when it wears off there.
So you have an hour.
Well, I
Davis.
mean,
You
how
have
long
an
am I
hour.
gonna hear the music?
You have
you
an
know?
hour.
That's what I was saying yesterday.
You were talking about the music.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about
Fuck,
yesterday.
man, that's so fucking funny.
Not
I
to-
didn't
Also,
even think
does
of
it
that.
does it last as long as a regular Mario star?
No,
No,
An
I think
hour.
we
You have an
determined it's
hour.
got to be at least like an hour.
it's got to be
An
like
hour
human
1 hour.
invincibility. I'm diving straight into the freaking
Dude,
ocean
I
or
said
volcano.
lava too.
A
That's
volcano.
dope. Just fucking
Volcano.
walk around some
Yeah,
lava.
That's super fire.
He's gonna have to toss to you. All right, you know what? Especially since we got Jackie here, can we talk about ASMR?
Yeah, we can. I'm about to open you up into a world.
All
of
right,
ASMR.
hang on. You need to say that. I need your point
Yeah,
of view
can we
here.
can we go?
That's like ASMR, right?
I try to get them
We can't hear you.
back into focus.
So ASMR
Auto
for any
auto top.
You know
let me
the-
look it up. Yeah, hang on.
I don't know what it stands for, but it's fucking really detailed noises of fucking stuff.
Hang on.
Mostly, I think it's people eating.
It's
correct?
not. No. There's people.
That's just your thing.
There's rain can be ASMR. It's a literal.
Oh,
it's a
right. yeah, yeah.
reaction
No,
in
there's
your
cooking
body.
ASMR.
It's a reaction in your brain that sends like almost like tingles. It's like an actual reaction in your body. Where the dude? What do you use?
I
Safari.
feel you on that,
Firefox.
but I don't
Wow.
feel that. Same
Yeah, right?
way.
All right,
Who the
so
fuck uses Firefox? I heard
I'm
a,
slowly transitioning into the Jamie to this podcast, so I'm behind the scenes.
No, you're
So,
the Jackie of this podcast.
ASMR.
Let's get that straight. I slam my
autonomous
drink.
sensory meridian response. It's the feeling of euphoric tingling and relaxation, hearing certain sounds or watching certain videos.
So having an orgasm.
So some people, dude, when I watch that girl eat, it's like having an orgasm. Corey, the fact that Corey,
She'll send me that at work.
I don't, I
I'm at work
trying-
listening to music in my earbuds,
And
and I'm
she's
like,
at
oh,
work.
let me listen to whatever this is. And it's like,
I'm trying. It's just this one girl. I can
and
watch
I'm
her
sorry
eat.
that I just did that to anybody listening.
But what
to
I
be
explained
honest.
to Corey was because he didn't understand it, so I explained it, and this is gonna be crass, but it's like watching porn. Davis, you gotta stop walking in front of the camera, please.
Hey,
That's
most
like
people are
killing
just
my
listening
OCD.
anytime.
Oh, that's true.
Anyhow,
So it's like just bear with me. It's like watching
Okay,
porn. Corey
Dracula.
was like, "Would you like someone?" It'd be like if you were watching someone eat food, I'd be like, "That's disgusting." In front of me, it's
oh
gross.
right, that was your analogy. Like,
But I
porn.
also don't want to watch
like you don't want to
an
listen
orgy
to
in front of
somebody
me either.
eat food right next to you, right next to your ear. Someone eating food. but-
Like porn, you want porn to be contained. It's not in front of you. You wouldn't watch. Some people would, but it's contained to your phone. Like if I see someone chewing with their mouth open, I would slap them silly. But this girl, I could watch her eat for hours, man. I don't know what it is. It's
Yeah,
only
there's
her
what
something
were
though.
you
about the
saying
women
about it?
eating.
It's
ASMR, that's
only
probably
her
the-
though, because I've watched other
You're-
videos and I
you watch-
was overcome with like nausea. But this girl,
Did you watch the girl eat
That's
like
what
the
she
100 pickles?
see, no, that's not
She
appealing
like
to
100.
me.
What did you watch? I wasn't there.
There's this one specific girl,
Yeah.
and I'm obsessed with her mouth.
Is
and
it
I
ASMR?
can't- It is ASMR.
Do you
watched
listen with
her eat-
headphones in?
I like fall asleep to it. If I have trouble sleeping, that like clockwork. It's like taking an Ambien. She just puts me asleep. It's glorious. And I'm trying to. Corey's like, I do not get it. So I want to try to find what Corey's ASMR is like.
yeah, that weird.
Some people,
Politics.
it's
Bernie
so
Sanders.
vast. It goes from like ripping paper.
Yeah, not everything he says.
White noise.
Yeah.
This is
White
probably just a white
noise.
noise.
Wait, yeah, that's. But I suppose it gives off the same. It's relaxing and it's.
It's like soothing. It's like the ocean.
But there's some sounds to people that like slime. Slime's a huge culture now. People are making money off of slime videos.
My little sister.
See,
makes
that's why it's so
slime all the
fucking
time.
stupid. It's brain dead sometimes.
They would use my
It
contact
kills me.
solution
So
for
They
it.
Saturated.
make slime.
Make
Yeah.
slime. Oh, it's super easy. You need like contact
Dude,
solution, water,
mean,
and like one other thing,
You
glue.
smoke weed. Am I,
Why
you
was
eat-
that?
you
Why
eat
was that
food?
not something we
That's
did when
probably
we were
not-
kids? Did that just
I
not
don't know.
exist
Slime's
on
not gonna be
the-
what kills you.
I made slime before when I was a kid.
Oh, I've had
never
a
made
lot worse things in my
slime. What
body
the
that should have
fuck?
killed
Corey,
me.
that's
Twice.
we need to make. Dude, I got a recipe that'll blow your mind, dude.
What the fuck? You got a slime recipe?
Remember when I used to be a nanny, asshole?
Oh.
Yeah, people were
Oh,
making
that's
slime
Nanny
for
101 right
I
there.
see.
Thank you. This
Wow,
guy,
remember that show?
nanny.
Oh no, I'm thinking Nanny 911.
Nanny,
What?
I do
Also,
remember that show.
Real quick, Corey.
Oh, I watched that
there's a
show.
magazine here
was
with
like-
"Call the Midwife" on the front, and it's got your name on it. What's that? What's that about?
I don't actually even get the diss.
It's
Is
not
it
a
for?
diss.
No, it's a magazine.
Is that like a magazine for women?
It's it's got your name on it. I don't know. We'll talk
Midwife.
about it later off the air. I don't want to embarrass
That
you.
must
in front
be
of all
my
your friends.
subscription to Midwife.
Call the Midwife. It's a show that my mom lets me watch sometimes. So ASMR.
It's silly.
I think
I,
that went out.
I don't care about it,
I was
but
sitting on
Yeah,
that.
you can-
I've listened to it,
Oh.
but I just fucking think it's pointless.
Well, that's what. Okay, you think it's pointless
Pointless.
for you. Some people use it to like calm down anxiety attacks, put them to sleep.
But how? I don't understand it. People just talking, making loud noises, and the
No,
vibrations.
no, it's not loud noise. Like it's soothing noise. It's certain soothing noises. So some people like tapping, like on a. Like,
Do it. Give me some ASMR.
can you hear that?
Yeah. Tap
I didn't make
tap the
this up, so
mic.
you can laugh all you
Type-
want. This is not my
Tap the
idea.
mic.
I don't know if that's ASMR.
That's so.
Oh, yeah. Some people like. That's. You can find this all on YouTube. Bitches rubbing mics.
Yeah, I know.
And
I've
then
seen
sometimes they're whispering. Like whispering's a huge one. So sometimes when I fall asleep to this YouTube video of this girl eating,
Oh, the whispering.
I'll wake.
thing.
It'll like
Oh, the
move into a video, and I'll
so
wake up
weird.
to. Hi. I'm like, what the?
that would trip me
Who's
out.
there?
Yeah, it's scary, but that girl, she's phenomenal.
What's her name?
She can eat. She
Shout
goes
her
by
out.
no S. Oh my God, SAS ASMR.
Sharkeisha.
I don't know her name, but I don't want to ruin the mystery.
Shakisha,
Her name was mystery.
Her name was
We
Mystery.
We snow.
Misty. I think I found the coin slot, dude.
Oh, man.
Just get out of here, you
That
stupid
is...
animal. Okay.
Get out of here,
great.
you stinking animal.
Patrick just walks away. These underwear were white when I bought them.
Yellow.
Is this your wallet?
That's not
Doesn't
my
look
wallet.
familiar to me.
That's not my wallet.
Oh, what a gosh darn good
you want
show.
You know those episodes are only about 15 minutes long?
Yeah. I
Say
feel-
what?
The episodes are only 15 minutes long. They seem so much longer.
Yeah, I didn't
Commercials.
realize that until I actually revisited some episodes not too long ago.
Time
Yeah.
moves a
They
lot
do,
slower
like,
when you're a child.
2 15-minute episodes in one episode.
Oh, yeah. Rocco's Modern Life was a good
Chilling
one
now.
that not a lot of people watched. You turn
Love
the page,
Rocco's Modern
You wash
Life.
your hands. Laundry day
that-
is a very dangerous day.
Is that?
You're too
That's the
excited
turtle
to
guy.
say that.
That's the turtle
I
guy.
have an obsession with Australia for some reason. Steve Irwin has been in the background on my phone for like
What's that?
7 years now.
Yeah, I feel like we should.
All right, let's
Pull one of those
jump back on
cards.
track. So, what's another would you rather on the list there, Corey?
Oh, would you rather?
There's a couple.
I
we got
actually
here.
did have one. Would you rather poop weed or piss liquor?
Well, for the non-drinker,
Can you smoke the weed you poop?
Why would you want to piss liquor though?
Can
That
you
shit
drink the
weed.
piss?
Okay, yeah, there's a lot of
I think of
Dude, this guy.
things to
money.
clarify.
It hits me later.
Ethan
You
is, he's.
So when
He's a good
AJ, I
man.
think AJ is the one who actually came
I'm
up with
awesome.
this.
That's what you forgot.
He asked me that, and I was like, I don't want weed that touched my butt cheeks.
That's
Yeah.
what I was saying. Can you use either or?
So the other thing,
I don't know
he
if
said-
drinking your piss liquor is any
I
more
have another.
glamorous there.
Would you
AJ.
rather?
Imagine
it was
smoking
like
your
if it
shit weed.
magically turned into weed or liquor.
Smoking shit weed though.
That shit is dank.
Yeah, that shit is dank.
The
Oh.
Love
puns.
you.
That's something we talk about. Puns fucking kill me, and jokes. And
Puns
as
and
well.
jokes.
Wait, you like
Puns
jokes?
and jokes.
Puns.
You
Fuck
like jokes?
those things,
Yeah.
man. I hate puns and jokes.
All right, I
I
have another.
wrote
Would you
pun.
rather?
I wrote a joke.
All right,
at my
cut
work.
Ethan's mic
I
off.
would like to hear it.
Sorry, I
Cut-
wrote a
cut his
joke.
mic out.
No,
Nobody wants to hear
This is a story. I wrote a joke on the whiteboard in front of the fridge at my office. The joke was, "What's worse than ants in your pants?
What?
Uncles." And I wrote that on the board,
Yeah.
and everybody was talking about it. Like it was the best
Yeah,
thing
that
in the
is funny.
world. They're like, "Who wrote that?"
Satisfying feeling.
Ants in your pants. Uncles in your.
Uncles.
That's nasty.
Oh man,
That's a good one.
those like innocent jokes. That's like I tried to teach my dog how to dance. Turns out he's got 2 left feet. Those like
I don't get it.
he's got 2
As we
left
said.
feet. You never heard that?
He
Right
can't
before?
dance.
How does
Can't
that-
dance.
How is
He's
that
a dog.
relevant to Moon?
Dogs literally have 2 left feet.
They're both the same. They don't have.
Okay, all right,
opposite.
there's another argument right there. I mean,
What do you mean?
How is that an argument?
because I'll explain.
Dogs have
No, no, no.
2 feet that are on the left side
Com-
of them.
I get that. Funny joke. That's
that.
hilarious. I got
Yeah.
it right away. You didn't need to
All right.
explain it. I'm
I
over
thought
here-
you were disputing that. I'm
No,
sorry.
I didn't
right.
get it. That's
Ready? I have
So if
another
a dog
would you
wore
rather.
pants, oh, do you want to go?
I have another would you rather.
I do
right?
have a question though, real quick. If a dog wore pants, would he wear it around like all 4, or would he wear it around the back too? This is better with a picture, but I'm curious.
This is
That
some meme you've seen.
of how the dog would open his asshole. What? No, it was a wiener dog.
Oh gosh.
So imagine it trying to shit. Would he use its front legs or would he use its back legs? If it was like trying to open its ass to like shit.
I don't.
What do you mean? There's only the back legs involved
Yeah.
with that.
No, I could find this meme.
This I don't
it's
know.
the
man.
same
You don't need
thing.
to
All right.
find it. It would just
Would
be-
you rather skydive or scuba dive?
Dude, we just went from dogs opening assholes, and we're going to. Would you rather scuba dive? or
Who cares
skydive?
about dogs opening assholes?
Scuba dive. That's not
honestly.
very.
It's a meme.
Well, when you put it like that.
It's like
Scuba diving
it's had
would
a
be
good
cool.
amount of time
I'm
on this.
afraid of skydiving.
Yeah, I'm
You're
afraid
afraid of
planes in general.
skydiving.
Yeah,
I feel like scuba
Although
diving
flying
is
a plane in
just
Grand
as
Theft Auto was pretty
dangerous.
cool. That was
Yeah,
cool.
it would
Just
also
as
be very
dangerous.
dangerous, but you can like not go that deep if you scuba dive. I feel like.
You can
Yeah.
also not go that high if you skydive.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure about that.
Yeah, no.
I
Because,
think-
no, if you skydive,
You can
I'm
and
saying,
skydive from
what,
mad
hang on.
low.
The reason
Jump
out
I'm
of a
saying
plane.
I don't want to skydive is because I don't want to die because the parachute got fucked up or something.
oh man, they
What if
work.
your
So
scuba
the
Yeah,
fucks up?
skydiving
Scuba gear-
height is
Your scuba can fuck
Your
up.
scuba gear.
no, I would.
It could implode
right, but
on
that's what I'm
itself.
saying. If you
Ocean's
didn't
pretty
go
cool.
that deep, you
But you
know,
are
you
scared
can
of
fucking
heights.
swim back up.
Yeah, scuba diving's dope.
I would definitely rather scuba dive.
Yeah.
Definitely, I would
If
love
you-
to go to like a
if-
coral reef.
I don't know.
I've
I'm not
seen
trying to get
videos.
humped to
I
death into
snorkeled.
the ground if shit goes wrong.
Like fucking snorkeled at a reef. That's
Yeah.
probably one of
you
the coolest
snorkeled at a
things.
reef. Yeah,
You
even
see
that's
cool
fucking
stuff
dope.
under the
Where were
ocean.
you?
Sick. Turks and Caicos.
Oh
All
my
right.
gosh, you were
Trivia
in the Turks
question.
and Caicos?
Trivia
Sick.
question.
That was a good vacation.
What is scuba short for?
That's a good
Scuba.
question.
You
I
nobody knows.
did
Scuba
not
Steve.
even ever consider
Does
that
no-
it's short for something.
Nobody knows.
Scuba
Steve.
diving.
Self-contained underwater breathing apparatus.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So.
What does laser
Jackie,
stand for?
Jackie knows things.
What does laser stand for?
I knew that was an acronym at least,
Congratulations.
but I don't
does it
remember
stand
what it
for?
stands for.
Pat yourself
Wait,
on the back,
light-
Jackie.
lick
L-A-
assholes sincerely
Oh man.
every.
It's always
Oh,
back
the
to
E
asshole
is
from
emitting.
you.
The E stands for emitting.
Yes.
Light emitting. It's a thing that emits
Light
light.
emitting.
in
It's
the-
LA. It's not laser. Laser.
but the ER.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Moving faster.
emergency
No, yeah, I
room.
said it like they were right next to each other. What does it stand for?
I have no idea.
Are you
I'm looking it
Googling
up
Oh,
now.
that- I
Yeah,
was-
don't worry.
Someone
I'm
gotta
looking it
Google
up.
that
Yeah,
now
yeah,
because
yeah.
I gotta know what
That's
laser
what
stands for.
Jamie's
Oh
job is
shit!
to do.
Thank you.
And I
Wait,
spilled
let's
my
let
drink.
Davis hear you.
Oh, right
It
here.
stands for light
motherfucker.
amplification by stimulated emission of radiation.
That's a mouthful.
Wavy's Dave is on it.
Emission. I was all right.
He's on the
I thought it
spot.
was a
That's
emitter.
pretty cool.
That's what I was talking about. You probably don't remember the reason we were talking about that.
Does anybody
Damn,
know
now-
what I'm doing?
Oh my
Dave's jerking
god.
off. Oh gosh.
Why
what is
does
happening?
why does anybody why does
That's
that
what
ever
I'm
need to
saying.
even happen in the first place?
That's what I'm
It
saying.
would definitely.
How would it do it?
actually, man, and it is so debatable. Actually.
What do you?
How
wait,
would
now
it
I gotta
do
see.
it?
Wait, I gotta see now.
How would
Oh
it do
god,
It
he
just-
showed me the diagram for the dog butt thing, and
I
it
gotta find
actually,
You
it
wanna see
actually
them? You wanna
stimulates
see it?
debate. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
wish that I didn't
Now
understand
you
now
gotta
why
put
it actually
you gotta
makes
show
sense.
Everybody. You gotta, like, put a
How would it
picture
do
of
it?
I think I can put
How
that
would
up.
it do it?
Probably.
The first way, obviously. Come on.
Davis says the first way.
Do you open your ass like this?
Oh God! All right, now now
he's
that we're at the point
demonstrating
where
it.
I'm actually gonna put up a graphic, we need to thoroughly explain
Oh god.
what we're
God.
looking at.
Do
Do we
I
need
don't-
to
do I
thoroughly
need to
explain?
hold up
If
to
the
the
graphic's
camera?
up there, you don't need to thoroughly explain.
Well, if they're just-
For
They'll
just the
understand.
listeners, because most people aren't gonna watch it on YouTube,
Yeah.
and they're all gonna feel like they're missing out. Do you guys feel like you're missing out on the dog butt thing?
Yeah.
All
like,
you people just
you're
listening,
gonna live.
they're probably like, "No,
describe
please
it.
do not explain the dog butt thing."
Just describe it.
Some
Just
people
get it
don't
over
wanna-
with so everyone knows.
Would the dog,
Ethan.
if the dog was to
To open up his
somehow
butt for some
open
reason.
up his butt, would he use his front
Paws or his back paws?
To spread them cheeks.
To spread his cheeks. And
He would use both of them
It-
because he'd
the
put his
debate
back paws
lies,
in a
I
certain
think,
position
because the
and
front
you'd put his
paws
front
would be
paws
too
in
short
a
to
certain
reach,
position.
but the back paws, he has no like support.
They can bend.
But he's also a wiener dog.
The
And
wiener
I
dog.
don't know if he
So he's
can
got
bend
extra
with his
short
front
arms.
paws.
Oh Jesus Christ!
I don't think he could do that. He would have to.
I don't know
figure
who
out a
made
way.
that meme, but they think about dogs in the wrong way.
I could tell.
Yeah,
I've
it's kind of
seen that.
sideways.
What are you showing us? The pants dog one? That's a much more acceptable meme. I'm gonna put that one up now. That's the one. Okay. When the
Yeah.
dog wears pants,
Yeah.
does he wear them on all four legs or the back too? Huh? Yeah, I'm gonna put it up there. But I would say the back too. The back two makes sense.
I say back too as well.
It's like
I like all four. 'cause
He's
it
got a
looks funny.
chest up
If-
front.
dogs do wear pants, and it's
Facts,
neither
Corey.
of those. It's on the back too, and it like wraps up their back like a little bit. Then they put
Yeah.
a shirt on their front two legs.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
they're
how they do
humans.
wear pants.
They're hairy humans.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what they are.
There is a way that dogs do wear pants.
Yeah, I don't care how that's like a debate.
All right, I got a debate question. Do you say Caribbean or Caribbean?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, that was my next question. A lot of people say Caribbean, but it's Pirates of
But
the...
yeah, but a lot of people will go to a cruise.
I'm talking
in
about the
Caribbean.
movie. It's Caribbean, but if
I say
if it's
Cari-
the
I think I said
location,
Caribbean.
it's the Caribbean.
Milk or milk?
Malk is what Chicagans say. Chicago. Malk.
Milk.
Like Malk?
Bagel.
Like milk.
Spoiler.
I'm gonna drink some milk.
What about
Spider.
pecan?
Milk.
Do you say pecan or pecan?
Pecan. I'm a
Sea
fucking
star.
Thank
weirdo.
God. I was like, get out of my house. You say pecan.
TV
Kombucha's pretty
or
good.
But
TV?
pecans going to pecan pie. Am I right?
Yes.
Kombucha is fire.
That is the
Where did
correct
kombucha
tone.
come from?
Get
Kombucha
no
is
kombucha.
so
I said no
good.
kombucha in the house.
I love the kombucha.
No.
It's
Do you
so
ever
I don't
good
mind
kombucha?
inside
kombucha.
the
It's
house.
not
Do
actually
you have
bad.
some?
It's just
I
the
don't have
pancake
Touch my nose,
culture
do that
things
because
look
it's a
like
lie.
a
I
fucking
never drink
alien
kombucha.
monster.
But I
I
knew
know,
she'd
but-
say something.
I don't ask for
Flip
much.
one of those.
Just don't bring the kombucha in the house.
Should bring one of those.
I'm okay with
The
the crack,
person
but the
before you
kombucha's too
drinks.
much.
You
We
told me
didn't
to.
start a rotation.
We got to start a rotation.
I know. It was,
The person before you drinks. So you just told me to pick a card, so you got to drink.
I bet. No, it's her.
You got to, man. You got to drink. I spilt my drink.
I'm not a part of the drinking game.
You
Did
know,
you
we
really?
mentioned
How'd you do that?
SpongeBob earlier, and I don't know if you ever remember when he said, "Who delivers the mailman's mail?" Is it just a never-ending chain of mailmen?
Yeah.
I googled it today.
It would have to be.
Sometimes mailmen deliver their own mail.
I figured.
Yeah, why not?
They probably get their own mail
They'll
too.
do their own neighborhoods. Why
But-
would they not?
But then sometimes they don't.
yeah. I'm sure some
don't get
some
their mail?
mailmen,
No, sometimes they don't deliver their own
Some-
mail.
Oh,
their
yeah.
house is treated just as the same as a regular house. You know what I mean? Just
Mm-hmm.
because they're a mailman, they just do their route. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's like sometimes it happens, sometimes it. Some people don't even have mailmen deliver their house; they have to go pick it up. I'm sure some mailmen have to do that. They'll pick it up at work. They're probably like, hey, this
Yeah,
is
that's what
convenient
I was
for
reading.
me.
Some of them will like, if they don't deliver their own mail, they'll tell the mail people who deliver their mail to like leave it at work.
That doesn't surprise me.
Bet.
Wonder how much
Kinda-
mailmen get paid.
Kind of interesting. You know, I actually thought
That'd be a
about
nice,
it
like,
to
elderly
be a
job.
mailman. That might be kind of interesting.
Stay on your feet. You know.
You'd be mad cold and wet some days though.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what
a-
I
that
was
one,
thinking about.
That's what kind of sucks. People get a workout though doing that shit.
Dude, being a mailman,
They move a lot of boxes. And are you talking like the fucking guy that just physically sticks your mail into
I
the
see. Yeah, I'm thinking about
mailbox?
the guy getting chased by dogs. and
That
shit,
guy?
you know,
Okay.
the fucking classic mailman, you know?
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I remember when I was especially young, we had a mailman who would drive around his mail truck, and he always had a cigar. And I was just like, huh, I never even thought, bro, you could just
Don't
be
smoke
driving
black
around your
and
mail
mild.
truck
There's a
having like a
couple people that
blast,
always
fucking
had
play some
cigars.
music, you know, do your thing. Just bring people their mail. How long do you think before that's not a job anymore?
I
I
feel
mean,
like it'd
email
always
is
be a
pretty.
no, dude. They'll never get rid of paper. I hate.
Well, even if they
technology when
don't,
it comes
I
to that.
think
Eventually,
I
it will.
think that
No,
the self-driving
horrible.
cars and shit and
Past our
automation
lives.
is definitely gonna make mailmen like not very necessary anymore.
A lot of jobs are going to be eliminated by technology
How long do you think before that shit happens?
soon.
Soon,
China has robots.
bro. We were in what was it?
So
Kmart?
does
No,
the
not
United States.
Kmart. It was like
No, they
Target.
have
We all
actual
have-
robots.
They have
We
like
have
robots.
Oh no, it was
No, they have
Stop and
robots
Shop.
that can act like humans. Fucking
Oh yeah, no. Boston
fluent.
Dynamics has the
Artificial
really
intelligence.
crazy ones that.
Yeah.
No, they have
Where?
like these fucking robots that can just walk like
Mhm.
people. They're shaped like
can-
people. They can do a backflip. They can fucking. And then they have the robot dogs.
Yeah, I seen those things. That's a funny meme to watch. That is so
yeah, those
funny.
things are crazy.
I like when they hit them with doors and shit, or like when they're carrying packages. You ever see those videos?
What's crazy is, so the way it's working is they'll have a
setting
command
this
to basically just pick up a box and place it here, and they'll disrupt the process,
Yeah,
and
it's
the machine
fucking-
will
it's
have
so
to recalculate
goddamn
how
funny.
to adjust and then proceed to accomplish the task on its own. And that is, who fucking knows what logic the machines are gonna use, to decide
Yeah.
those things.
It'll be simple at first, and then it gets
Like
super complex.
one of the things that I found crazy, an artificial intelligence for identifying dogs. It was an experiment. They were trying to get a thing to identify a dog
dog's breed.
in a picture. No, they were just trying to see if a robot brain could pick out.
Everyone does that. That's just.
Our stove sucks.
Oh no!
I don't know why you freaked out like that. Like it's just a fucking stove.
Martin almost started a fire earlier.
Oh my god. It was supposed to pick out dogs from pictures. And it was super good at it, but then they realized the pictures it was using to base off of were like pictures from the internet or whatever. Like a lot of them were wolves. And one of the criteria it had been using to decide what was a picture of a dog was simply the presence of snow in the background.
Oh, you told me that. That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So nothing to do with dogs at all.
That's wild.
And so, like, yeah, it really, like,
Wait, is
no
that why?
idea
You know,
why.
like
it
when
kind
you
of worked,
that.
but
do you,
it
you know,
really
like
wasn't.
security questions where it's like pick out all the pictures with bridges.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
in any way relevant? Like, what? How does that?
Kind of, yeah. Actually, this robot,
Those are hard, by
not
the way.
robot, but this artificial intelligence thing would probably
Sometimes
be
I'm
very
like,
good
that
at
looks
getting
like a
past
car.
those.
I don't know. Is that a car? Wrong. Do it again.
No, the letter ones are the hardest.
not
It's
a
like, is that
robot.
fucking
Stoplights.
capital or a lowercase c?
I am
Sometimes they're like bikes. I'm like, is it a bike? Am I a robot?
Some of them are tough.
Am I a robot?
Is it,
Yeah.
it lets you
Have
do it
you
a
ever
couple
seen
times.
the
Like,
video
All
where a guy
programmed.
made a robot like do a mouse pad and then click the "I'm not a robot" button?
No.
It's so fucking funny.
I love
It must
people.
have been so tricky to rig that up too. Like it's fucking just this like mechanical arm doing this thing, and he fucking clicks the button. I love that shit.
Yeah, I used to be a master of the claw machine. I was a pro
The
at
claw
that.
machine. I got pretty good at those.
I won like an iPod out of one of them.
Did
one
you
time.
really? That's
yeah.
fucking super legit.
It got ran over by my car. My mom's
Still.
car at the time. Yeah.
You won that fucking thing.
I won it out of one of the. It
That's
was
a
actually
hefty-
one
that's
of.
a nice
I
I
got
won the
really good at
iPod
the
out of one of
basketball ones. The little balls.
little basketball ones,
Yeah.
like the
you-
rubber balls.
Yeah.
Like the bouncy balls.
They were
That
like
would
these
drop.
tiny little basketballs.
I have no idea what you're talking
They'd have
about.
characters on them and shit.
I have no idea. I was
I got
good
so
at.
many
I
of
was
those
good at the
stupid
one where
things.
it was like a drop ball. I went to like Dave and Buster's. They had like huge ones where it was like large bouncy balls, and it would like throw. It would like bounce, and then there would be a thing spinning, and I get in jackpot all the time.
That's
Do you
like
know
the
what I
hardest
realized
game.
one time?
How did you get that perfect
You
hole?
ever get in the monster jackpot?
That's crazy.
No.
Yeah, it's like in the center, bro. It's like on a pedestal above the rest of the game.
I
Really?
actually don't
Yeah.
really know how the games work and how like they manage the odds and all that shit.
I don't know,
They're wild.
but I fuck with those games. It's totally like random, but every once in a while you get it to just go straight in, and it moves unpredictably. So you gotta like, you know what I mean? It won't move at a constant rate. Sometimes it'll slow down, sometimes it'll move faster to make it harder to gauge. You know what I mean?
I remember one
a
time
real
I had
fucker.
tickets like raffle tickets that you could like buy at Staples.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Yeah.
had some of those.
Can you buy raffle tickets
That
at
happened to-
Staples?
Yeah, maybe you're like doing a fundraiser. You want to like, get those like red tickets that you can hand
Oh
out.
yeah.
So I don't know if this still is the case. This was quite a while ago. At the time, I was at an arcade and I had put these tickets that I had in my pocket we were using them as tickets for something else, and I just happened to have like a bunch of them in my pocket. And I was like at one of those ticket eater machines that, we win the tickets and it prints out a thing. And I just put them in there. They weren't from the place, but
Yeah.
I was like,
It's the same thing.
let's fucking see what happens. And it just counted them.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
they're tickets. Don't
They're
thing.
tickets.
And I couldn't believe it. And I've never done this. And I don't know if you could do this because of that. But I've always thought since, if you went to an arcade with just like, I don't know how much a roll of tickets costs,
Like $2.
right? $5, and just
Showed up with the
fed it
tickets.
all into a machine, and it was like,
Don't tell
hey, I
the
got
people. Don't
this.
tell the people this.
I got this ticket from the machine for like
26
could-
views.
We could ruin every arcade. The closest. Oh my fucking god!
How did you
Imagine,
win all those tickets? You haven't even been here
Imagine-
for 5 minutes.
imagine pulling up to the fucking counter with like 14 million tickets, or how? Wait, how many do you think they keep in stock? And how much do you think one of those rolls? How many tickets are in one of those rolls?
That's a good question.
We lost Andrew.
Thank you.
They're like, what? I bet
You're
they're
good. I don't fucking care.
1,000
I
tickets
care.
maybe.
It's driving me crazy.
Trevor, you
What was
It's
it?
driving me bananas. This is
Andrews?
good though. This is good for the OCD.
So I pulled a card before.
Here he comes again.
Huh?
Cross the
Pulled one
camera.
of these cards before. It was actually interesting. But I pulled one of these cards,
Oh,
and I needed to get a drink before I could read it. So it says, starting with me, take turns naming a country until someone hesitates or repeats a country. That person drinks.
All right, I'm gonna go play some Rocket League on the Xbox, and Davis is gonna take over from here
Brazil.
Okay.
because I feel okay. For Brazil.
It says starting with me. All right.
Puta.
Afghanistan.
Oh,
United
got 3 count.
States.
3 count.
India.
Pakistan.
Does that end the round?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so, yeah.
I'm gonna run out quicker than I
You-
care to
you weren't
acknowledge,
supposed to.
I'm sure.
You were just supposed to
That's
say
what
a
she said.
country.
Oh, this is gonna be awesome now.
Oh god.
What are you guys doing? Naming
how
countries?
how was your day at work
Yes.
today, Dave?
It was work.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same old, same old.
Yep.
Something.
Gave some
Well
people
done.
food and drinks, and then they paid me
Ah
for it.
shit.
I had a pretty good day at work today.
Dude, that was like when we were at the
Same.
restaurant
I had
today.
a great day at work.
Reminded me of working at the restaurant, like I was saying to you.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I go to a restaurant now, I feel like
Yep. Brings
I-
it back.
should be working or something.
You think I should
That's, like,
definitely
Wild to me.
stiff my
I
waiter.
don't feel like that at all. Yo, it was dope having you pick me up at work. It was dope seeing you come in there and be like, yo, what's going on? I don't even remember what you said. You said something, but that was
Do you
super
have any
cool.
honey buns?
I don't have any honey buns, dude.
That's what.
I fucked up, dude. We gotta go get some honey buns.
Pants.
Whole Foods honey buns?
Where are our desserts?
Well, that was presumptuous.
I saw them.
We
in
got
your
a
hand.
free dessert tonight, yo. We went to
Oh, yeah.
the
Where'd you
Union
put 'em?
Oyster
I'll
House
fight you.
in north end of Boston.
That's what
It was very
called.
delicious.
What?
I almost.
Yo, they said that's the
Corey-
oldest restaurant in the country.
Yeah, something like that.
I gotta
That's
fact
what it
check
says
that
on
one.
the. It said that
sounds
on
crazy.
like the
Look right at 'em.
little napkins you put the cups on. Oh my gosh, those
Oh,
are desserts.
Look at that.
Yeah, so I got the lobster ravioli because
Is it
I was
just
trying
desserts?
to break the bank, but I was trying to also get other things as well. So I got the
We're
lobster.
gonna do ASMR.
I got the lobster ravioli.
Yeah, this is like
and I
you
ASMR
got
excited
I got a
for sweets
Boston.
now.
I got a Boston. Yep. I got a lobster too.
Oh,
From
Yeah, that is some ASMR right there.
that's a little bit extreme though. It's right up on it, yo. It's
how
like,
loud is
That's
it?
super loud. Super loud.
Is it really?
That's Davis.
How loud
Yeah,
is
it's pretty loud.
Yeah, it's
Alright,
super
so let's
loud.
listen. That's loud for you guys.
This is what the people want.
Yeah, so I'm gonna. It's been a lobster kind of day.
I don't know how I feel about it.
Yo, that thing looks pretty crazy.
Looks like a dick. I didn't know what you got until now.
Looks a bit like a lobster tail. but it's very much not lobster.
Nah. I don't know what I got. I forgot what I got.
Nice and crunchy.
I got a clam apparently.
It looks
You
a
got
little
a
odd.
clam.
It
Not
was
too bad
apple
though.
cinnamon.
They look all right.
Yeah.
I had one bite. It was very
See,
crunchy.
I've
and
always
it was
been
very
a
enjoyable.
chocolate kind of guy.
Andy had an experience tonight with some hot
Cinnamon
sauce.
buns. Oh, the hot sauce, dude. See that hot sauce is something I'm not like the super spicy guy. I like flavorful hot sauce. Yeah, the computer announces the time for us, which is always very courteous of it.
Yeah.
I thought
They said it was-
Davis.
We went to what was the place called? Do you guys remember the name of the place?
The hot sauce
The
place.
old oyster house.
No, that was Union Oyster.
Oh, the sauce.
Oyster House. The sauce place. It was like a hot sauce. Something. It was like literally
Whole
like hot
place
sauce.
dedicated to their hot sauce.
It was in the Quincy Market, right?
Pepper something.
Can't remember the name. It was pretty dope. So I had to like sign a waiver to try some like hot sauce. I tried the first one was like it was like medium. It was called like Ghost Death or something like that. Something with
That's
death.
where we were.
Yeah, we were in Faneuil Hall.
I was trying to
It
remember
was so
that.
hot.
Here's a fun question. What are some things you don't want to have to sign a waiver for? Like a laundromat?
Field trips. And bad test scores.
Well, you would think hot sauce,
My
but
mom will appreciate that.
Hot
one.
sauce?
he
I guess
signed
I
a
can
waiver.
understand that.
It
He
was-
signed a waiver for the hot sauce and
Damn.
fucking didn't even
If you're about to have sex,
right.
that's
I can't
definitely a
remember
situation.
the name of the anything really.
The hot sauce was called the end or something.
The end.
Billy
the
Reno.
end. That's what it was. It was 6 million Scoville unit. That's what they told me.
Yeah.
I ate it like I started salivating, but it really was like
The
nah.
experience
It
was
did
something
seem
else.
was not.
to stick with you for a little while, but like
It
you
was
were
a lingering.
chilling, like
yeah.
you weren't even like.
I was not. There's hot sauce that
Although
I'll
I
eat and I'll
bet-
be like, all right, I need something for my mouth.
I bet I
this
would've
was
been
very
like-
hot.
Dude,
But
that was
no fucking way.
incredibly hot. I tried
You,
the
you
hot
tried
one.
some of it?
No, I didn't try the hot one. I tried the one on the hottest one on the presentation table that they have where you can try them. I give you a chip with some on it, dude. That one was fucking hot. Like I could withstand it. The only thing it made me do, I had one little dribble of my nose because it's runny. I'll give that excuse. I could have drank the whole bottle and he fucking put 2 dabs on the chip. He's a little bitch.
Man.
He started crying.
I don't even think I tried. I didn't
Not
try.
even
And
close to crying.
they had
Oh, no, he took
crickets
it like a
at that
champ.
place that you could buy.
Dude, it was not.
They had
that hot.
crickets and
It wasn't?
larva.
How bad? How bad was the
Bro.
heat?
It was like an 8 out of 10. If I had to put it on a
That's-
1 to 10.
What's a 10? What's
10
describe
being
a 10?
the shit you had in Northampton.
I don't know what that tastes like. Give me
Nah.
another thing that looks like fucking 10. That describe a 10 as the limit. What is
I
the
don't know.
pain
Probably
limit?
like they said that pepper was made from Carolina Reaper, but it didn't put me
I'm
on
sorry,
my
am I
ass.
chewing into the mic?
I've seen people
must be
like eat
fucking
hot sauce on
horrible.
videos, and they're like, they need like milk and stuff. And you know
Yeah.
what I mean? They said it was 6 million. I just definitely didn't feel like 6 million. that seemed like ridiculous. I don't
Seems
know.
like
Does
a
it go up
big
to the
number
billions?
for-
I wonder.
I couldn't tell you. Bro, they had crickets and larvae that you could buy in a little box, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like literal bugs. Oh, shit. I didn't even notice this was here. I forgot about this. Here, stick around. I'm about to give it to you. Unless you want it.
No,
This
I'm sorry.
pastry
I
is
don't wanna-
fire.
I didn't think you wanted.
How do you like that clam, Ethan?
If I were to rate this 9 out of 10, I'd be giving it a solid 8,
8.
almost a 9.
Yeah,
It
I'd say
is
this is like a 9 out of 10. for me.
Real.
This
Wow.
is really decent. This is really
Dude,
good.
you gotta try this.
Surprised.
Give me a knife.
There's one in that drawer right next to the dishwasher.
Corey, you gotta try this too. This is fucking
Yeah, let's split this one up too.
I'm trying a little piece.
I probably got stuff all over my face.
Oh, I know. I'm wearing it. Like a champ.
Hey, you know, my clothes will wear it
Do,
in a beer.
Toy boat. Oh boy. Have you guys ever tried to say that fast?
Toy boat.
It's hard.
Kind of sounds hard.
Let me see.
Sounds hard.
I've been practicing toy boat. Toy boat, 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 toy boat. It's really kind of tricky. Anybody listening, go ahead and give it a shot.
Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat.
Hey, that was pretty good though.
Hey.
Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat,
Ah,
toy
it's a
boat,
messy-
toy boat,
It's
toy
a
boat.
messy one.
Yeah, it's a bunch of my shit. Can I have that knife?
Can't believe Corey can do it that
What do you mean?
fast.
Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat. That was only 3. It's easy to do 3 in a row.
Toy boat, toy boy. It's
I-
impossible.
toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat. Why?
Toy boat, toy boat, toy
Alright.
boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy
See,
boat, toy
that's
boat.
just proof
Toy
that
boat, toy
Corey
boat, toy
is
boat.
like
I
He's
in
just
the Illuminati.
I've spent a bunch of time working on that one.
Red leather, yellow leather, red leather,
That's
yellow
classic.
leather, red leather, yellow leather, red.
That one's
leather.
not tricky.
What are those
too
called?
Tricky. That
Fuck
one's like
off,
a
dude.
tongue
Yeah,
twister.
it is.
The pointing and the thumbs up. Have you ever tried
Oh, I'm a master at that.
that? Me too.
Oh
I
no.
had to fucking learn that
I can't believe
because
this. He's
it was
crazy.
gonna drive me nuts just not being able to spin one hand one way or you know
No, you have to do this.
do a circle with
try,
one.
Try this. Try this. Ready?
Oh, you got a new one for me?
So 'twas
Right?
better Betty bought
Damn, yo.
bought a bit of better butter.
What is
Betty
it, just
bought some
pinky?
butter,
Shit.
but that butter
Does it
was
start at the
bitter.
Oh,
If she put in her
Shit.
batter, that would make her batter bitter. But Betty's bitter doesn't batter if she wants a bitter batter. There you go,
that
guys.
pinky
that was
down.
crazy. That was almost word for word.
No.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I just kinda-
You're
I-
still messing up.
When I went to the
How-
Connecticut School of
Here's one.
Broadcasting,
How
that was
can a
one of the
clam
things we
cram in a
practiced.
oh shit. How can a clam cram in a clean cream?
doing
Damn.
it?
Yeah. That's impressive. Andy, do that.
That is hard. That's harder than I thought. Putting a thumb up and a pinky out and then switch them.
Always try that.
Going
Or
back and
fucking, what's it
forth with
called?
that.
Try the.
Oh, that's just
Apple
like the
turnover?
pointing thing. No wonder.
Oh, I can't really do that.
Well. Hey,
Here's some
hey,
tasty
pants,
treats.
pants. Hey, no, pants. Hey, try this one. Andy, right?
I can't even start the right way.
I fucked up pinky.
Oh, I can get that one. I can get this.
That is a fucked up pinky. It looks like a snowman.
Looks like the last French fry at the bottom of the McDonald's bag.
Those are some tasty treats. If I do say so
Those are
myself.
pretty good. Not gonna lie.
What was it?
If you
Ready?
could restart life, knowing everything you knew now.
Yes,
Oh, you would.
immediately. Actually, I'd
Come
probably
on,
wait.
yo.
So-
Let him.
Can I wait?
You can wait. What for? To learn
It's
a
Learn
bit
more.
It's so
Yeah,
tough.
just learn more
What's the
shit and
question?
then start with all the fucking knowledge.
Nah, I think you got a like button right in front of you. You got to click it or no.
Oh, okay.
You can restart your life, knowing everything you know now.
Can you
So
weld
do I
my
restart
bumper
as a
or
child in
exhaust?
1994 as a baby?
Do you really?
Yeah, I think you go back, and you like know what the future's gonna be.
Right. So
Hey.
I'm like just like a baby.
How
And I'm
bad
like,
did I-
yeah,
oh.
dude, I fucking know how to
Shouldn't say
do
that.
like
Never mind.
complex fucking math
Hey.
problems and shit.
Yeah, no, you're freaking
Just fucking
nature.
wait. I'll show you how to play a fucking minor
Andrew
seventh chord.
Kachina.
I'm
You're gonna
one.
invent Google. You're gonna fucking do it all.
How bad was that car?
Just so you know, I would survive an apocalypse. Going back to
Any
if we could,
damage?
if
No.
we were the only people on Earth.
No, not at all.
You're pretty convinced, huh?
I'm so convinced. I can
You're
drive an
rolling.
excavator. I know how to
I know.
fucking change oil. How to.
Do taxes.
I'd have that shit. I'd have a cornfield, potato farm, and
Be
oh, wait,
chilling, huh?
Do animals leave?
No, just the people.
Would you grow beets
Oh,
at
yeah.
that farm?
I know how to milk cows and fucking. I'd be all set. And that's where I'm gonna finish.
I mean, how
You
long would it take to
made
learn to
such a
hunt?
mess.
You
You
know,
made such a mess.
a year.
These are incredibly
How-
messy.
I know.
There's
No,
probably
we picked
tons of
the two
non-perishable
very
shit
messy
too if you wanted to just wait.
dishes for desserts. I feel like I'm gonna go back there tomorrow because that was so good. I'm gonna hit that early. Oh, what time do you think that market opens? I'll get their ASAP right as they open.
Really?
What time do you think? 6, 7, 8? Oh, that's too late. I'll find a
Hopefully,
place that opens early.
hopefully those girls are there.
What if money was no object?
Ugh. Money was no object.
What if you just had all the money you could ever spend? What would you do?
What I
You sound
spend or
like
what
that
I get.
entrepreneurial membership girl.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I just like to think about,
asked me
like-
that question.
I like to think about, like, what would you do if you just didn't have to do anything for the money part of it?
There's no
As a
money.
human, I would run wild. But if I was thinking of it like from a community setting, I would build better infrastructure.
Yeah, I feel like it's like this impossible thing. You just start making everything awesome. You know what I mean? I'd be like, oh, I have
I feel like
infinite money.
the world is already awesome. You just have to do it.
Oh yeah, no, I feel you there.
With money, if you don't. Or
But
you
if
have
money was
if
no
you don't.
object for you, what like if you had, what was the first thing you would do right now? Probably like buy. I would probably buy my parents nice stuff. You know.
I would definitely give back.
You know,
Yeah,
like
obviously my family would like get a nice house. We'd be I mean like nice as in like crazy expensive,
yeah.
like
No, definitely.
ridiculously.
When you get your own
I
house, if
understand
you ever
that.
do, what kind of house do you want?
Yeah.
I want a small house, big garage, because I'm okay.
If I had like
Yeah,
no
that's a good
financial worries,
question.
I'd go to the beach. I'd live on the coastline. Live on a really nice coastline.
I'd be
that's
kind of
protected.
secluded.
Yeah.
Would you go right on the water?
I'd go close to the
Are
water.
you going to
Would
house,
you ever
condo?
live in a
Couple-
cabin
I'd have
in the
to say-
woods?
I would.
I would have a cabin. In
I
the
would
woods.
yeah, that's a good. Yeah, I would enjoy inhabiting a cabin in the woods sometimes.
That would be nice. Where?
I s-
Where would you want that cabin to be?
That's got to be like somewhere out in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, where?
I don't even know.
Switzerland.
Switzerland. That sounds like
The
a
woods
good
of
place to do
Switzerland.
that.
That sounds amazing.
They got some views out there.
Yes. Or Colorado.
Yeah.
Colorado, another legal weed state.
Go skiing everywhere. Yes, it is.
That's a good, probably a good thing to enjoy while you're in your cabin in the woods. That'd be dope.
I believe in praying.
Completely honest, I would
Praying,
love to.
yes.
Praying.
I'd love to spend some time with
I
like
believe
a
in what I believe
nice
in.
fire and it's like snowing outside and shit. The ultimate cozy. But I also like I don't know like if I would ever actually want to like own a place like it. But like you ever
told you
see
I
these
wasn't
like you see in a movie or something
I'm back.
where it's like a super fancy like condo or something with like
Yep.
just all
Glass.
window
Yeah.
on like the wall or something. There's fucking like a grand
Yeah, of
piano,
course.
just a
seen-
super fancy. So that is something that unless I can like know, all right, this is actually like ethically sustainable. I don't feel like I should enjoy that stuff. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, I've scrolled through like Reddit pages about just like basically like interior design
Like
and stuff.
luxury stuff.
I've seen
All the showers. With
I've seen a place where it
full
was like
surrounding.
there was stairs and then it went up to like a bedroom and then like the stairs had a railing, right? There was the walls right here. There was an opening in the wall and there was a tub over it with glass around the sides. And the living room is
sounds
at the
crazy.
bottom of the stairs. So it was bedroom with like a hole in the wall with a tub right here. And then it was like living room, like observing area, like but they're like
Dude.
above you. It's like you look down, the tub person tub looks down on you, you know what I mean?
I would love to like spend
It-
some
it
time
looked
at
wild.
least in a place like that.
Yeah.
Man. Have
You're
you ever
right,
seen
woman.
these like tiny places that they have in like I think it's places like Tokyo? They have these like
Oh,
literally
the
it's like a bunk bed
compact. Yeah.
and it's like you just like rent a bunk bed space.
Yeah. It's a space to
Kind
live.
of cool. I mean,
already smell like asparagus.
Probably not for people who, if you have to like
That's what
fucking
happens.
work with that. But
No, physics, or that's how the body happens. Works. Same thing.
It's true.
Bull in a china shop, if you guys couldn't tell. I'm all over the place.
You can't tell. But most of y'all are sharing bars like you've got the bottom bunk in a two-man cell.
No copyright at all, please.
what if you could learn
poetry.
a skill from childhood? What skill would it be? That's another
To be
one I think you
universally
asked me.
Yeah, I
handed.
brought that up.
To be universally handed.
Well, what does that mean? I
To be
mean,
used both
Ambidextrous.
you
hands.
just okay. So you want to learn how to be ambidextrous from a young age?
Yes.
Or do you
Okay.
mean like to have the universe at your
I
hands?
just want to have a universal
universe
way
hands.
your hands. Like,
You have like galaxies as hands.
yeah, everyone's ready. I talked about this before. I texted you guys. The
What?
fucking
Oh,
left-hand and right hand theory.
What
Are
is
you,
that?
Are you born a lefty or are you born a righty?
I was born.
What feels better? What influences it? Why does it influence it? Why aren't we taught to use both of our hands rather than one over the other?
Well, we are taught to use one or the other.
Yeah, why?
We're taught to have a dominant hand.
Yeah, why?
Because a lot of
Why not
I
be-
thought,
why-
that's a
why
fair
not be-
enough question.
Why
I've
not
heard
be
this
fluent
question
in
before.
both hands?
so
Why do they teach you one?
a lot of humanly tasks for people,
To
like-
standardize.
for us, like we grew up, a lot of the tasks that we only needed one hand for. I'm sure, like in like our Neanderthalic stage, like you needed both hands, like to crack open stuff. You needed your hands to work together. You know, one hand washes the other. It can be helpful to have a dominant hand in certain situations, but like when you're writing and stuff, like you use one hand. You only need one hand to write. You only need one hand to pick up a can and drink it. You know what I mean?
You
But
can
he's
switch,
saying
though.
you use one hand for like everything.
So what I think is from a young age, you develop using one hand more often, so you end up
So
spending
you
more
think it's a
time.
natural thing that
Yeah,
occurs?
and then it could be. I mean,
natural.
you spend more time in your life using one hand. You know what I mean? You choose, and whatever hand naturally feels that way is what you end up going with.
Well, why wouldn't
Some
you be
people
just
are
universal
forced
with
to.
both hands? Why wouldn't you just have the ability to just be
Because
so
would you
fluent with both
Think of
hands?
like I like using like which hand do you write with? You know what I mean? Because
you can
you
switch
can
that.
you can switch it. You totally can. But what's the need to? If you can get so much better, you can spend more time.
if you're in a
you
tight
can-
corner at the train
it
station, you
takes
can only write with your
10,000 hours
left.
to master something, right? So you can spend 9,000 hours writing with your right hand, but if you spend 4,500 on
Breathing
each
right
hand,
now.
you know what I mean? It's like you're not going to be
What's
as
that?
good. You're not going to be as good with either hand as you are with the one hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know. I'm thinking.
I don't know. That's me trying to add logic, and I'm a human.
That's still the left hand, right hand theory. I don't believe that we should be taught one way or another to have one dominant.
But
Why
are
don't
you
have both?
do you believe that you are taught to, or you learn how to do it?
But why do we even do it?
Are you taught the knowledge of doing that?
Well,
Or-
actually,
We're
I was
influenced.
very
We're influenced by everything
growing
around
up.
us.
They tried to teach me to use my right hand, and for whatever reason, I
Yeah.
insisted on using my left hand.
do you write with your left hand still?
Oh yeah, but the other
Exactly.
weird thing is I do a lot of things with my right hand.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm actually a right-handed person for guitar, for
Yeah.
batting. If I were to swing a bat, or basically the only other thing I do lefty is playing pool, and if I get on a skateboard, I'm goofy.
Okay, yeah. On a skateboard, I'm
calling
goofy
you
as
back.
well.
I'm calling you back out, Jackie. I'll still kick your
But,
ass in pool.
So, what I learned was I was much better at throwing a baseball with my right arm. I had the form and the technique down much better. I could hit a target from much farther distance than I could if I used my left hand. But I would practice using my left hand, and eventually I got it to a point where I could consistently hit a target at a certain range.
Yeah.
So
right.
the more time I put into it, I got better. You know, practice makes perfect. You keep throwing the
and
ball
after
with your
so
right hand.
much effort, you're not gonna
Yeah.
just go start working.
You
on
don't
your other
need
one.
two hands to throw the ball. You know what I mean?
You can though. You can throw an axe with two hands.
Yeah, but you'll never get as good you'll never reach your max potential. The pitchers that in the MLB that would do the switch pitchers, they would swap their glove per batter, right? The pitcher has to. The rule is the pitcher has to choose the hand first, and then if it was a switch pitcher, switch batter, its pitcher has to choose it, which hand, and then the batter gets to choose which side of the box he wants to go on. So, but the thing is, those switch pitchers, it's almost like a gimmick because it's so hard to get as good as like a pitcher that can throw 105 miles an hour. You know what I mean?
Huh.
Like that takes practice. You need a lot of time to get your technique and your power down, something like that. But like some pitchers, they can hit the same spot every time because they put so much hours into one side. You can achieve much better things being dominant on one side than the other.
I was
Then
also
both of them-
thinking most people writing right-handed is helpful because like the direction that we write, you know, left-handed people smudge the ink, you know, with their hand as they're writing.
Yeah,
So I don't know. Perhaps there's
that is true.
some kind of like, hey,
It's hard
maybe
for lefties to write.
we encourage people
whiteboards.
to, yeah, you know,
Is it? They should be able. You guys should find a method to fix that.
yeah, we do the claw.
The
You see
claw.
people wrap around
Mm-hmm.
this fucking.
Didn't you break your right hand one time?
I got shot.
What?
Yeah.
I got
Did you
shot.
did you have to write lefty?
Hey,
Did you practice it?
How?
Oh, that was your left hand.
it's my left hand.
What did you do?
I'm kind of embarrassed.
Wasn't it in football? This guy used to be a tank.
Track and field.
Still is. Track and field. Track and
I was
field.
backpedaling.
Oh gosh, I just said he was nibble, and he
tripped.
just fucking ate shit, fell
and I
back
fell
like that. I
backwards,
guarantee
and
it.
I blew my wrist into a gazillion pieces.
Man,
That's
I
you
had
had
to
metal
get-
rods in it,
I
right?
had to get 6 pins
Yeah.
and 3 anchors. Maybe 3
Shattered
or
it.
4.
A lot of weight.
So is that like some stuff that's still there?
I got 3 anchors in my wrist. That's all. The pins went from. Just like, whoa, that crack in my voice. Look at this is the exit
Yeah.
for the pin. That's the entrance or the other side. Yeah, like
Is
it
that
went
some-
through to hold
is
it.
Still.
No, it's not
holding-
there.
Oh, okay.
No, the pin was like a titanium rod. When my
Wow,
hand,
that shit's pretty crazy.
when my hand was like getting smaller because it was like it was forming itself, the fucking pin would stick out. I would like graze right underneath my skin.
Oh,
Like my hand was bigger when it fucking
you could
when I
like
broke
feel the
it.
metal part like pushing.
It hurt so fucking bad.
Oh, fuck
imagine,
that.
hey, imagine having like a sewing pin, a semi-dull sewing pin, be right beneath the skin,
Wow.
and when you
it's not
hit
any
anything,
like it's not even it's not thicker than that.
it
What
is
the
like it is
fuck?
like right beneath your
Fuck
skin.
that, man. That
And you
sounds
hit
so
you hit it on
unpleasant.
anything. Oh, it's
Oh.
horrible.
Just cut
It's
the,
the
skin
worst
off
pain.
around it.
I know. I was tempted to just have it stick out.
Literally.
I don't know how that would handle.
I don't think that you could actually do that though.
It's making my hand hurt right now.
Oh my god, just thinking
Yeah, you
of
saw
that.
some problems
is
with that.
So
Yeah, it sucks.
Oh.
But it's good. It's kind of better.
that sounds like at least it's not fucking
At least your
poking
feet are
out of
fine.
your skin anymore. You're
Yes.
trying
My
to
ankles
poke
are
my
fucked.
feet in.
You're broken. You need to become a robot.
I need to become a cyborg.
You need to grow more arms.
Who do you think? Is there any? There are some
I need
probably
more pinky
today.
toes.
People who are like technically cyborgs that are like cyborgs by choice. Because I feel like there are prosthetic
are
limbs and stuff. You could
People
consider
that
that
call
cyborg
themselves
type,
all
right?
types of things nowadays.
Is
I wouldn't
that
be
wrong?
surprised if somebody said they were a cyborg.
Because
There's
like
that UFC fighter.
a mechanical like robot part
Cyborg?
being a part of you,
Cyborg.
you know, is what I'm thinking.
She just won in a, she won again in a fight.
Somebody won the
She
fight.
beat Holly
Cyborg.
Holmes.
Oh boy.
Is this recent?
What is this?
How
MMA
recent
or
was
something?
this?
Is that right? Did she beat Holly Holmes?
Oh no, she didn't. No, that was a while ago. She wasn't.
Who knows? Paige Van Zant. Hey, you know, Paige Van Zant, you're never gonna watch this, but if you ever watch this, you know, you're really pretty. And you could kick my fucking ass. Hey. Yeah, she fought in the UFC, I think, a couple times.
Who?
Oh. Yeah, she like broke her arm or some shit. I don't know. Either way, I follow you on Instagram.
Show my man some love.
Yeah, I deleted Instagram actually because
I hate
felt-
social media.
yeah,
I hate social media.
I do not use Instagram anymore. I scroll
You
through
know
Reddit leisurely. I look at things like
That's a good
Architecture
topic.
thing.
That's I think it's getting a little late, but let's wrap up on like I could say a few things about social media.
mhm.
I hate social
You want to
media.
know what my analogy for scrolling like endlessly is? You know
Yeah,
how
what's
sometimes
that?
you just sit and like you scroll and you scroll.
I
and,
give
like,
up at that point.
You don't even like think about anything really.
I
You
just want to say something. You brought
gosh.
up social media, and my knee-jerk reaction was to say social media sucks. And I am literally staring at
Thank
social
you,
media
Dave.
because I'm watching this video of latte art design, and it is fucking mesmerizing.
That's what I would be interested in.
That's what it does.
But it
It's
would take me hours to
century
find that.
brainwashing.
Yeah,
It's-
you just.
But
Just
I
keep
didn't need to
scrolling.
look at that.
So my
You need
analogy
to.
for the
Don't need
endless
to do
scrolling.
anything. That's the
Imagine if you
whole
could numb your
paradox of life.
fingertips, like your fingertips, like when
Don't
you
need
get
to
numb
do
at the
anything.
dentist. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Nah.
You know the Novocaine they do at the dentist.
I've never had that.
Imagine what your teeth get fucking drilled out. They'd never numb your fucking face.
I've never had a tooth drilled.
Oh,
Yeah.
you never had a filling. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Have you ever had Novocaine? You know how it feels.
I've had Novocaine. Yeah, it feels like
You
nothing.
slap your face and there's just nothing there. You're like, whoa, that's you know.
I got a
Really?
Tooth pulled.
Is it
and
like
they
numb?
numb.
You feel like pressure.
I
and you
had- well,
feel
my-
that there's something there, but like you could literally
got
just
the
take a
pearly
pair of
whites.
scissors and slice it open. You'd be fine.
That's
What's up,
wild.
What's going on? Oh, damn.
That's mad funny.
Uh,
Anyhow,
You know,
my analogy is that if your fingers felt like that, where you couldn't feel them at all, just totally numb, no pain, and you just like were like someone had your feet and just you were doing like wheelbarrow, you know what I'm saying? They lift up your feet.
yeah. Oh yeah.
And instead of moving your hands, you just drag your fingers across the cement.
Yeah. Ew.
And you don't feel it, but it's just like grating down your fingers.
Ah!
You know what I mean?
That'd be wild.
That's how that's like for some reason the analogy that comes to my head for social media when you're just scrolling and scrolling. It's like you're just like decaying your brain and you don't feel it, you know?
well, it's like you're just wasting time. You're not learning anything. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I hate it.
Sometimes I find some pretty neat stuff though.
Sometimes
think
I
if
That's
you
the
do-
only
waste
reason
time.
why I use it still
If
is
you
to keep
can-
up with the world and fucking see cool shit.
If
That's
you can
about
do
it.
things in
I hate
the
it,
way
though.
that they're most, you know, efficient, I guess.
I'm not good at talking to people not face to face. So what I always
way
found is
easier.
that I would only end up scrolling through like social media and not actually talking to anybody.
Yeah,
Not
I
talking
feel that.
to people
right,
that I
yeah,
actually
I feel what you
like
mean.
and I've met and care about in real life. Wouldn't
Yeah,
even end up
sometimes
doing
I look
that.
at Instagram and I'm like
Facebook
trying to
was
see
actually
something
good
from
at that.
someone I know, and I'm like, geez, this is literally just like I don't even know any of these people, and I like start unfollowing
Yeah.
people.
Facebook when it came out was like that was social media was still relatively new for a lot of people. People were just starting off with Facebook, right?
Facebook.
So
I don't have a Facebook.
lot. I used to have one, right? And,
I haven't
and
used my
what it
Facebook
used to be
much.
was like people like literally saying hi and just like greeting people, and like meeting new people. Straight up, that's how it was. But
Do you
now,
remember Pokes?
yeah, I do. You could poke
The
people,
Poke
dude.
Wars? Oh
I
my
remember it
God.
would be like, dude,
So
when we had
stupid.
Facebook at first, it'd be like, if you liked this was like in middle school, you'd like their post like 5 times. You know what I mean? It was like easy shit. It's like a girl would like spam your Instagram with likes. You know what I mean? They'd like your last like 6
Yeah, I think
posts.
people definitely still play it. People are playing those little games
Yeah, of course.
on the social media.
Of course, people slide in the DMs and people talk
Yeah,
all the time.
exactly.
But it's like I stopped. A lot of people don't treat it like that. I knew I stopped treating it like that. You know what I mean? It was.
I think
I
there's a
used it
lot
for
of like
just
fake
scrolling.
people
I would just like
now,
scroll.
and like you don't trust
And be
that
like-
you can just assume anybody's telling them.
Nobody's real
You
anymore.
never could, I guess. You know.
I don't really
like-
believe what I hear on the internet.
Yeah, you
I
know.
believe what I
The
see with
chat
my
room
eyes.
thing. You
We're
always
visual
think of
creatures.
Chris Hansen and the
We're not
To Catch a Predator.
memorizational.
Do you think that's real?
Chris Hansen guy.
Yeah.
I don't doubt that. I'm pretty
like to
sure.
think so,
I've
at least.
watched an episode or two at work in my earbuds. I was listening to it, and
Do
it really made me uncomfortable. I was like,
I saw
"Jeez."
one where this dude shows up with a pizza. He's like, "Yo, Chris, you want some of this pizza?"
Yeah, this guy offers him the pizza. I saw that one too.
He's like, "Hey, I just wanted somebody to eat the pizza with me."
He's like, because these guys are always like, oh, you know, fucking 40-year-old dude coming to hang out with a 13-year-old girl. Well, her parents aren't home.
That's why.
And then Chris Hansen shows up and they're like, oh,
He
I
just
just wanted
walks
to
out.
make sure everything was okay over here.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, fucking buddy.
Jerry Sandusky.
Man, I'd say you should make some other choices, but like,
He's got the police.
you've already
behind him.
made
He
some
can make whatever
too
decision
many
he wants at that
bad
point.
choices at this point.
That's just horrible. It's just so bad.
Yeah, I watch
Oh, God.
videos
and
on,
then they
on
read
YouTube.
him their messages. Oh, that shit is brutal.
Yeah, I've seen like real life
Oh,
applications of that
God.
where it's not like a setup, like shots, like a show like that,
Yeah.
where it was like people will like go catch predators like online. So what they'll do is they'll find somebody. Like I saw one video, this guy, it was his stepson was texting this like 40-year-old dude. He was like 13, some shit like that, right? This dude shows up to Walmart. He's like in the toilet paper section, some shit like that. And the guy is like yelling at him. He's like screaming in his face, and it was like, holy shit, dude. He's like, this guy's here to meet a 13-year-old boy. He's like screaming in his face. It was kind of funny. He got the guy to just like tell everybody in the Walmart that like, yep, I'm here to see a 13-year-old boy. And I
No
was like,
way.
"What?" Dude, straight up. The dude was so submissive. He was just like, he
That's
looked like a
super weird.
straight up fucking nerd.
That is so
But-
strange.
Yeah, he just like agreed to everything pretty much, and then tried to like get away. You know?
Did he just get away? I mean,
No, he
I
didn't
was gonna
get
say
away.
that guy called the cops and like,
Yeah.
if
This
there
dude
were
had like,
like,
a cowboy hat
'cause
on.
there's,
His
like, these-
America shirt.
there's these things that they'll do like, you
Sorry.
can like, I guess the thing that I noticed in the Chris Hansen episode, like they'll fucking say all this stuff that these guys think they're not breaking the law by like, oh, when
just
you're
showed up
old
here.
enough and this and that, and they say all this shit to these like literal children, and they're like, yo,
Then, like,
this
5
is
months later-
illegal because it's fucking. It's like psychological shit, you know what I mean? Like you can't just fucking do that to a kid.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
Ew.
Buffalo, Buffalo, Buffalo.
Buffalo, 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 Buffalo.
Yes, I concur.
I'd say what he said. But anyways, what are you
Buffalo
saying?
don't buffalo in Buffalo. Buffalo, Buffalo, Buffalo.
You know, I
Buffalo.
wonder how many people know that because of social media.
It's gone a long way.
If YouTube, social media.
Social media's gone the wrong way.
Is YouTube social media?
Yes.
I still
You're
watch
showing
YouTube.
off
That's
your
like
life.
the main one actually that I still use.
Oh yeah.
I deleted YouTube for a very long time. And I
Why?
Was very sad.
I
That's the best
really
one.
hate YouTube
That's my
now because
favorite.
Google
Yeah.
has made it really
It's
shitty,
made
but I
it
still
really
use
shitty.
it.
Agree.
I wish there was another
Google
like
fucked that one up.
when YouTube
Fix
first
your
came
shit,
out.
Google.
It was like fire because it was just like content creators, just like normal people just trying to be creative. Now it's all like top
know,
of the line, like attention grabbing.
I
fucking
think if anybody's listening
shit.
out there,
ads all the
somebody
time.
should make this. I do not know how. NewTube. Just copy YouTube from how it was in 2009 and then never fucking change it again.
Allow everything on it. That's how.
Yeah, wow.
No, I mean, I think they
Yes,
still
you can
had some,
upload-
you know, like
No, I mean, hey.
policies about like what's allowed and
Hey.
not.
What if there was a website that had you could upload anything?
They
Anything
probably-
was
Them-
okay.
That might be Pornhub.
No, they don't have killing on there.
Oh, okay. So that's the deep web that you're looking for.
I know. Just imagine if. No, I'm just saying. Imagine if that was available to everyone in the
I've
world.
considered, yeah, if there was like, imagine like a self-regulating public
Kids would
square
grow
internet.
up only knowing that stuff.
It would, yeah. I mean, inevitably,
grow
I
up
think
so
you would
fast.
see so
There
much
probably
terrible
are kids
stuff
already
in
that
there.
do that. They grow up to be
They would grow up
fucking
so
wild
fast.
people. Yeah, exactly.
That's wild.
Yeah, we are people who grew up in the wild west of the internet. You know what I mean?
We were
guess,
test.
Lawless area, lawless
were
time
test
when
subjects.
it was. Yeah.
Us children, we were test subjects.
Yeah, it wasn't a huge
A lot
fan
of
the
shit
internet
was
as a child.
introduced
And
into our
actually,
life
the youngest kids now are
very
also
rapidly.
like, they're a part of that, but they're also a part of like as the rules are coming into place and the structure is being figured out. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we got to like
Still very
dive in while things were still being put together.
Excuse
You know
me
what I
for
mean?
Yeah.
yawning.
Yeah, definitely. We were like the pioneers.
Where are we?
Yeah, the internet, and here we are on the internet.
Yep. You know, you gotta get your voice
Well,
out there somewhere.
Not yet. Right now, we're just in the kitchen. But
Yeah, I mean, not literally, but
Sooner or later, we will.
anybody
be apart.
listening to this, we're on the internet.
We are on the internet.
it is February 21st, 11:35.
I think it's maybe it's about time we get off
I
the
don't play
internet. What do you
UFC right
think?
now.
We could. We could.
What's up?
You guys got any
Got anything left in the tank?
anything left in the tank?
Yeah, I wanted to ask like a weird question. I just had kept thinking about it. So, when I was young, and I used to, they told me I had ADD, and they told me to take these medications, right?
Of course.
They told me to take like
Like a lot of
Adderall.
kids, they do that.
Yeah, I took a whole bunch of different ones, and I really did not like taking them. I thought that each one of them,
So much shit right now about that.
each one of them, made me feel a different way. There was certain ones where I would be super depressed, super sad all day, didn't want to leave the house, wouldn't leave the house. There would be some where I was just lazy. There would be some that I was laser focused. My grades they skyrocketed, but I like wouldn't sleep at night.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
I-
that sounds about right.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I could get crazy grades and stuff. But I was so young and I didn't stay on the medication very long. I personally hated taking them. I wouldn't do it. What would you have to say about that?
It's a myth.
What is
What's
a
a
myth?
Having ADD or ADHD.
I think-
The government tricks you.
It's a label. Exactly.
Well- label.
Right. Yeah, I don't know that it's a myth in the sense that there's no difference in people who, think differently than other people.
Yeah.
I think there's probably you can.
Everybody's
look at
got
someone's brain.
ADD. People don't pay attention to everything.
Yeah.
And especially as a child, it's like children don't pay attention. Their brain is underdeveloped.
Oh yeah,
You know
I
what I
think
mean?
who's the comedian who says something about like, oh, nowadays they're just saying kids got this, that, and the other. It's like, no, it's called being a fucking kid.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
called
It's
being a
like-
kid.
Kids have a lot of energy.
I'm sorry.
And they don't like to pay attention. Like,
It's tough. It's tough for them.
Like when I like later on in life, I realized I was like, there was a certain point where it was just like, I didn't like sitting down in a classroom for 6 hours, going home, having to sit down and not being able to just do whatever I wanted at home. You know what I mean?
yeah, of course.
So my grades were always fine. I always did very well in tests and stuff, but I never did homework. So my grades always suffered, and it made
Yeah,
school
homework
a
always fucked me up,
really, really big struggle for me.
I did all right in class and
You
all
suck
that.
at it.
But
I wonder,
homework
like-
I really did not want to do.
I took like 8 different kinds of medication. the names of them slip my mind, but I remember like, I think it was probably Adderall, which I was taking when I was like 9.5 years old, which to me like blows my mind because I haven't taken any of that stuff in mad long, but some people like they love that stuff. I don't even remember what it feels like. Have you ever felt those effects?
Adderall?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've Adderall is a stimulant. I mean, it's literally amphetamines, you know? Amphetamine salts,
Yeah.
I think, is what you'll see it labeled or
Interesting.
something like that. And it's like, you know, that falls under the same category as methamphetamine. You know, it's a stimulant. It's
You don't
very,
say.
you know, it's gonna make your mind like run faster. That's the best way I could imagine putting
It's very
it.
true. I wouldn't
But-
be able to sleep at night certain nights.
Yeah.
Because I literally would not be able to sleep. There would be nights where I
it's
would
like
count
caffeine.
to like
Caffeine is also a
1,000.
stimulant. You know,
would-
caffeine is gonna keep you up at night.
I used to like
Similar.
yeah.
Caffeine
very
is
true.
worse than heroin.
Maybe.
What? How addictive it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very addictive.
It's disgusting.
You get
yeah,
it.
I actually
I got a little
understand.
taste of it at work.
I think
Caffeine
that
is
I'm
AIDS.
about caffeine.
the
It's fire.
heroin
disgusting.
thing
I love
is
espresso.
that it's psychological addiction, and so a lot of people talk about how the physical addiction of a lot of things like cigarettes can be more powerful than the physical addiction of heroin.
Yeah.
Eh.
But people die off heroin all the time.
This is very true. Yeah, actually, that's an interesting thing. You don't hear about people like overdosing on like Adderall too often. I'm
How
sure
has
it's
like
happened. but-
Adderall affected your life? Have you ever taken Adderall?
No.
Have you ever taken any medications like that?
No.
There's definitely like generally an overprescription problem. I
Mhm.
think in the.
I've never taken medication or like anything.
I know somebody who
I don't take pain pills.
they
either.
were so deep
Yeah.
in the rut
I don't
of
take like ibuprofen or
prescriptions.
anything. I don't take
really?
any of that shit.
Somebody was so deep in the prescription rut that
Do you guys think
They
you
tried.
need it though?
Prescriptions?
need
Yeah.
it is.
I don't have any prescriptions.
Need is subjective based on what you want.
Yeah.
So depends what you want.
Mm-hmm.
But this person wanted to get off of these pills, and what they found was when they tried, they uncontrollably slept until 2 p.m. And there's like
just couldn't wake
nothing
up.
they could do. Their body physically
Needs to sleep.
had to do it. It
Yeah.
was just
It'll shut
the
down.
way the pills affected
Your
the
body
the
will override
chemical
your brain.
balance inside of them. Taking it away made it was not possible for this person to stop taking those drugs. You know what I mean? And
'Cause they
remain a
needed 'em.
functional person. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. When I
And-
would take the drugs for prolonged amount of times, I would have to start it and do it every day.
Yeah.
If I missed a day,
And
It
you
was
were
like-
you told me one time I
it-
think at
if
night
I
too
missed
you
a
would take
day-
them, right?
certain ones I'd take at night, certain ones I'd take during the day, right?
Fuck that.
Certain ones I'd take before school or like after school. It depended on the time, depended on like how I would sleep, how I would
And
react to 'em.
doctors are gonna say, "Oh yeah,
Give us
you
the
know,
point.
come on, this is good for your kids. This is
Yeah,
what you should be
that
doing."
was the time we lived in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That South Park episode does a very good job of capturing that.
Yeah.
I only took stuff for like a couple years, like a year or two. I hated it, but I tried a bunch of different ones. So what happened is I would take them for like a month straight, and then I'd go like 3 days into a week, and then I'd forget on like a random Tuesday. I would go to school and like be dead. Like I would be a zombie. Like I wouldn't be myself. It felt like I would like in a third person, like I couldn't actually like see out of my eyeballs. Like I could see, but like nothing was nothing would like register in my brain almost.
Oh.
I vaguely remember it, but I would basically be a zombie those certain days where I would forget to take it or something.
Yeah, I could totally see
My
that.
like my mind would be going all the time, so I would skip a beat, and I would crash.
Mm-hmm.
Just fall, crumble to the ground like your wrist. Yeah. That shit was whack.
Yeah, I
Weed
mean,
is
I'll
way
tell you
better.
what. If I had a kid, I wouldn't put him on any of those drugs
Yeah.
for
I get
almost any reason.
I get bored
I never.
when
you
I
never
think
know, but-
conversation is boring, and when I think subjects are boring. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get bored.
Some people
get
are
bored.
interested in some things, and other people are interested in others. It's like
Exactly.
because of
Things
that
I'm
doesn't
interested
mean that
in,
there's something wrong with
I
them.
can do no problem for like I could do something all day. You know what I mean? If I needed to.
I could
Certain
feel that.
things.
I said, I'm sorry. I could feel that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I think we could probably do this all day if we wanted to.
Yeah, probably.
I would talk on this all night. I would.
Yeah.
Shit, man. Are you guys still
I-
here tomorrow?
We're
No.
probably gonna be leaving in the morning. So I had this. I don't think I told you about it. So I had this encounter with this woman. She came up to me at Whole Foods, where I work, and she asked me for a cup of water.
Oh boy, this is your spam lady.
Yeah, I'm not. So this person, she was a pretty girl. She asked me for a cup of water. I get her the water. She's asking me about like my job and stuff, and she's like, she asked for my number, and I give it to her. So she's like texting me, telling me about this opportunity for me, and
Yeah, and like
It's-
you're like thinking like, oh, you're just trying to meet a girl.
she's
Until
once
she
she
starts, like,
starts
yeah.
talking business, it was like, all right, she doesn't just want my number. She like, this is like,
Which that's such a weird.
I'm thinking like
thing.
it's potentially business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, not at first though. When I first met her, she introduced herself and everything in person.
Yeah.
It was like not a business opportunity, and then she starts presenting this business opportunity, right? So, she says, it's an entrepreneurial mentorship with her mentor, right? So she explains to me how her mentor is 26 and retiring this year from corporate America to fund passion projects and live how she wants.
How much money does she
And-
make a year?
So I had asked
Yeah,
her
you
some
asked
questions
her about
like that.
money, and she
I
never
asked her.
gives you any
She is very
Solid.
vague. So
like.
it's just she's very shady, right?
Yeah.
So she says she wants to make mental health care more accessible and plant gardens in underprivileged areas, right?
It's all
So
fine and dandy.
yeah. So I just asking her like casual questions like, "Oh, what countries do you plan on visiting?" Not sure yet. I'm like, "Okay." And then she says, "Yeah, my mentor is pretty amazing." Like, okay, whatever. So I said, "What is corporate America?" And she's like, "It's just corporate America is any job where you have to climb above somebody, whatever, blah blah blah." So she's setting up these meetings with me to meet her mentor, and I'm like, I don't even know what this girl's fucking deal is. So I was like, "What company do you work for?" And so she invites me to her house, right? Yes. So she invites me to her house tonight. So I text her. I'm like, "Hey, so what reason am I going to your house tonight for?" And she told me it was to give a book. She had called me and done a phone interview and asked me a bunch of random questions. That one where she said, if you had to live, she asked me a question. If you had to live finance free, what would you do? You didn't have any
yeah,
financial
right,
obligations.
right.
You had you had all the money in the world. She asked me that question on the phone interview, and I was like, I don't fucking know. I was like, I'd treat my family first, and then I don't even know. So I was like, what am I going to your house for? She's like, told me about some book and then some bullshit. So I was like, whatever, I'll make it over. I was like, do you work for a company? She goes, nope, entrepreneurial. Remember? In one text, just mentorship. Whatever the fuck that means. You'll learn more about it at the next meeting.
And she never gives
But
you
if
a
you don't-
company. She never
No.
gives you
No.
a name even.
Nothing.
What?
She just said nope. I asked her if she works for a company. She said nope. So she says, I'll be learning more at the next meeting. So I said, this is where I fucked up. I was like, this almost feels like telemarketing scheme. So I was like, does this entrepreneurial membership have anything to do with Boston University? She said she went to BU. She's like, nah. But I was like, let's talk money. And she responds real quick. Yeah, so the money comes through e-commerce, which means, and the means by which you do that would be explained as you go through the educating process. These are real people walking away from their jobs at 20 to 30 years old. So I'm like, what the fuck is she talking about? Like, people just retiring and getting money. So I asked her, like, I said, may I ask how much money you've made thus far in your journey with your coach? She says, all the figures would be explained over the process. It's not an instant gratification thing. You're not going to get rich within a month. My mentor has been out this for 5 years, and she'll be making $500,000 this year. Like, you're going to retire off $500,000? It's like, that's not going to last you very long, especially if you want to fund these passion projects. So I was like sugarcoating it. So she says to me, she says, I understand your questions, but more information will come through the process. If you're too skeptical and negative about what you've heard this far, I don't think you'd be a good fit. Because she was screening me for
So you figured out
mentors.
it's a pyramid scheme, basically.
So
right?
I've caught
the
on.
conclusion.
Like, I already know what's going on with this girl. She's no good. You know what I mean? So I'm just fucking with her. So I'm like, I'm interested. I think this will be very profitable for me. I'd love the opportunity for more information. Let's keep a positive vibe, all right? Can I get to know you a little better? What are your passions in life? I'm passionate about the arts, LGBTQIA people, animals, and taking care of the earth.
This is what this bitch is saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's like, so I said, those are all amazing things that I care about as well. What steps do you in your life take to take care of the earth? I butchered that, but you know what I mean. What steps do you take to take care of the earth? She says a bunch of like recycling, compost, yada yada yada. Then she's like trying to just stick to me as a friend, right? She's like, I think we should just stick to knowing each other. If some down the line we talk business, that's fine. But right now I'm feeling the friend vibe. So I'm like, yes, we are on a similar wavelength for sure. I can tell we'd be great friends. You have me very intrigued in this wonderful business opportunity you brought to me. I have another question relating on how we would take care of the earth. Then she says, if you are willing to be open-minded and ready to learn, we can keep continuing the education process. It's up to you. What's your question? And I'm just sugarcoating it. My mind is wide open. I can't wait to meet these people. So those gardens you were talking about, what steps have you and your mentor taken to achieve that goal? And her response was to what steps you would take. So first I have to retire and make that money. And I'm like,
Yeah,
in my head it's like,
that's like all the steps right there.
yeah,
that you have.
those are the steps. So
One, two,
retire
skip a
and
few.
make the money. And then she'll have the funds, time, and freedom to travel and please whoever she provides. Once she retires in 2 to 5 years.
I don't think that's how it works.
So,
Oh yeah.
You
Could you imagine
basically-
just retiring from Grotsky in like 2 to 5 years? You're like you actually like do all this work. It's like, no, you're never gonna fucking do any of that shit because you're not gonna make any money for the rest of your life.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like, how is this bitch?
My
I'm not gonna
understanding
fall
of
for that
pyramid
shit.
schemes now is that they rely on getting more people to join.
Yes.
So every time you get
It's like a
people to join,
recruitment.
that you get something out of it, and eventually it collapses on itself.
Yes, because there's no actual money in it.
There's
Not
no
always.
product.
Yeah, there's no product.
like,
There's no. It's just.
it's you're selling education for nothing.
It's yeah. That's actually exactly what it is. It's like you're selling an education. It's like you're selling an opportunity. That's
Yeah.
what it is. You're selling an opportunity, but that opportunity is obsolete. It's non-existent.
It's like everyone's gonna end up standing around looking at each other
Your-
at
yeah,
some point. You know.
Your opportunity is
think-
going to be just to get the next sucker. You know what I mean? Not
Yeah.
falling for that shit. I called Sully at BC. I was
I
like,
think I'm ready to stretch.
I was like, yo, Sol, what do you think about this? And
Think about
he
what?
was about like the pyramid scheme. And he, within like a couple of seconds, he was like, "Yeah, dude, that sounds like a scam." I was like, "That's what I'm thinking." He's like, "It's a pyramid scheme. It's got it written all
What is
over
the
it."
pyramid scheme?
Well, you know, one person's at the top. They're about to retire.
Oh yeah.
Then the next
Yeah,
people.
somebody's got to be doing all
It
right
keeps
off
on
of that.
going. Oh yeah.
Somebody's got to be at the top. But all the people at the bottom, they're trying to funnel their way up there. And you don't get very far. Most people don't make it. There's only one person at the top.
Oh yeah. Only matters how hard you try.
Well,
You gotta
I've
recruit a
got to
lot of
walk the
people.
dog. I think we got to wrap it up, guys.
Hey, you
Okay.
know,
Walk the
that's
dog. I got to
Corey
go to
Horgan.
sleep.
Andrew Conchina
I am
and
Ethan.
Ethan
Prettier. And I approve this message.
And
yo,
stay cool.
your old ringtone for mad long was just like Ethan Frenier.
Oh, not my ringtone, my fucking.
Your voicemail. Your voicemail.
Yeah, how many people still have their like super young voice
Dude,
saying
if you
their
called
name?
mine right now, it would be Andrew Conchina. Andrew Conchina. It'd just be like that. I think it's hilarious.
It is fucking. It is fucking funny.
It's funny at this
Or the
point. It's
people
like it's
who,
just,
like,
it's
wait,
the only thing
like,
I have from like that
fucking
point in my life. It's the only
5
relic
seconds, you think they answered the phone, you hear
know
like
what
a
I mean?
chicken, and then they say their name, and you're like, ah, fuck, and you think you start talking.
I have. Yeah.